making some claims that are pretty outlandish, but I can back them up. Boom. End of story. There is no other crypto out there, so don't get it twisted. If you don't understand where you're parking your money, you're gonna pay the consequences for that, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Boom. We're obliterating everybody, literally. There is nobody else that comes close to what Hex has done. Boom. Oh, it's about to get funky. Funkier than you could have ever imagined. You know, Richard Hart is a boss. Hex is literally the best thing on the planet. It's simple mathematics. Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's the secret. The God well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. Man, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Y'all deep. Everybody. My God. Hex agents, bro. Everybody. Australians, man. Everybody gets me. Yo, when is it told you? Dollar told you. Everybody done told you. It's crazy. Yo, what up, everybody? It is Wales and Tascha. Happy Sunday. We are back once again. Talk some more good shit.
Wow. What up, Big Dad?
Chilling, man.
Hey, I got a question.
What's up, man?
When your seeds go back to their baby's mom, does your domicile look like somebody rolled a couple hand grenades into it?
Typically, yes.
That's what I've been dealing with. I just about broke my neck on the way to the microphone. Thank you, Legos.
So what's up, everybody in the chat? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody is enjoying this little, microscopic price pump, right? I mean,
that's happening.
It's 20 cents. The only thing you should be doing is buying, because, geez, 20 cents is nothing. Right. And this is the thing that's hard for people to realize. I mean, it's kind of funny to sit here and think about it. There's literally no way for anybody that's emptied their bag to recapture what they've sold. It's just not possible. And I'm not even talking about t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about like actual coins.
Oh my God. I think about all the natures of different fantasies that people have. And I'm just sitting there in bed thinking about when I bought that first bag at 0.8 of a penny a hex, man. I'm like, oh, that's hot shit.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Never to return.
It's funny because I think about my first buys. Like I think about 2020 a lot. Because that year is going to really just define the future. It really is. 2020 is going to define the fucking future. Not 2019.
Right.
Not 2021. 2020. What people did in 2020 took them through 2021 and is making their 22. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I view it. I don't know. But I'm just saying because I'm just saying that because 2020 was that year where you had to make a personal decision whether you were going to basically let the world control your life or you were going to control your life.
Damn. There it is, right?
Right.
Hey, man, this is my year. Right here, this coming week, pretty much is like my year that I decided. I made a firm decision of what I was going to do, how I was going to maneuver. It gradually became a more dramatic, probably you could say, commitment to the thing.
Right.
But you know, I've told this story to a lot of people. I found this Richard Hart gentleman in the late autumn of 2017. We talked about it. He was like still a Bitcoin match. I met Max. He was even doubtful of Ethereum, but the man himself, right, was Richard, as we know him, with all the principles, with the discipline, with the morality, with the forward thinking. And you know, I remember as it's so funny now to think back on when Richard started talking about creating, you know what I'm saying? His project, his coin, his token, man. It was just like the iterations that would go through. And, you know, I was going through my stuff and my life. And when you guys were like getting, well, not you particularly, Wales, because I know you were only a bit before myself, but, you know, these OGs like Balliot and these guys, What Up Brand, they knew, and Crispy and them, they knew Hex Bitcoin, you know, and from where we are now, God, it's just, you look back and I'm just agog at this.
Well, I mean, you know, things take time, man. You know, I mean, 10 years ago, I didn't know this stuff like I know it now. Right. And that's just the way it is. You know, things take time, you know, and nothing happens at the drop of a dime, you know, and that's just the hard thing to understand. I mean, I remember when I was a young man, and shout out to Life with Miles, you know,
hey, congratulations,
man. Welcome aboard, because it typically is very difficult for people to let go of one thing to jump into another.
Yo, man, people were saying all that stuff about Cardano and the second coming of Christ and Hosky there. You know, that was nerve-wracking for me. But you know what? When I made that decision to I said, fuck that bag. I did. I turned that bag into Hex. I ain't ashamed to say it today. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, think about it. What was the process that you took to make that decision? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was just like, yeah, I like what these cats are saying, I'm gonna go on ahead and make that swap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was anything like that.
No,
you had to make it was
an education.
decision.
It was an education curve. It really was.
Right. Like, you knew you found something good, and you took a step, and then another, and then another, and then another. You know what I'm saying? And that's how everything works. I think people are too accustomed to what was, right? And I've been thinking about this all day, because it's just one of those things. And you know, we got to stop thinking about what was. We need to think forward, right? And that's even one of the things I'm going to talk about today, is like, what the hell could this future look like? Because it's in our hands now. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we've won this war, this so-called information war. We fucking won it, period. It's not even a fucking debate. It's a fact. How do you know? Well, look at the headlines. If you can't ascertain that shit is as backwards right now, then you're fucking retarded. And you're part of the problem. And that's okay. We're not judging you. We're just letting you know. So shout out to you, Life with Miles, because it's not easy putting one foot in front of the other. Right? It's not easy. And look, I know this. Dots knows this. Most of us adults, at least if we consider ourselves that, know this. Right? So shout out to you again, brother. It's not easy being greasy, and we gotta do what we gotta do to make this cheesy, right?
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's it. Shout out to you, Alan. Thank you for the super chat, brother. My Hex bags are ready. My t-shirts are heavy. Stuccetti. Everybody rhyming today. Give me some of that cheap Pulse steak feed. Them ladders gonna be fire.
Don't forget to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan and mozzarella on that.
Yeah. I was actually talking about sprinkling some mozzarella, some shit earlier today too.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
great minds.
Man, it's just, it has to happen.
Oh God. Hey, Wales. Before we really get this engine like up and popping, and I really don't want to bring the tenor or the energy down. I think what I'm going to bring up should actually keep the energy up and high. But guys, you know, it needs to be said right here, right now, in our hearts. You know, we are really a little busted up here about the loss of a Hexican this week.
Yes, moment of silence.
Yeah. Eric, the wizard, you know, namaste. All the people who loved you, your friends, your family. I think of Gafar, Hod Prill, Jack of Hearts come to my mind in my life experience. Eric was in my community for a minute, and he was definitely skilled at understanding the worlds of collateralized loans. And he was skilled at understanding the insurance industries. And he brought that knowledge into a cohesion, okay, as he was in HEX. And, Gafar and Hodpril and Jacqueline in particular will testify that Eric was a man with a mission and an altruistic heart. So let's all just together chill out on the chat for a couple seconds. And as my man here said, let's take a moment to remember Eric, the wizard, a true Hexican. Onward and upward, my man.
That's it, man. I mean, and this is why I don't really fuck around, right? Like it's cool to have fun, right? Because you can't take yourself too seriously, but you do have to be serious because life is to be lived, not to be wasted. And I think people really get that confused. A lot of people really don't realize what's valuable and what is valueless, right? And this is kind of why we go through these motions of talking about the same things over and over and over. It's not because we want to, it's because we have to, right? I mean, I had to have a little conversation with some family members today where they work in a digital marketing space, and people are now at the top, basically trying to get into NFTs and all this nonsense. And she's like, "Yo, look, you motherfuckers, I'm actually looking for this right now. Thanks for the super chat, brother. I'm gonna hook you up with this dude's social media joint. So I got you."
All right.
I had to tell her, like, and she understood. My homies ain't dumb. You can't just pretend that you can just throw out an NFT and it's gonna make millions. Like this is the literal assumption people are having in the real world right now. And that's fucking crazy because nothing works that way. Nothing works that way, and some people think that they can just throw shit at the wall and it sticks. I mean
that ain't how it works.
Yeah, it's not how it works, man. It's not how it works, man. Oh man,
Kyler.
Yeah.
Kyler Kaufman. Kyler got a role this week, y'all. Kyler got a big role this week.
Did he? Shout out to him.
He said something fun. I don't know any details of it. He says it's going to be a fun acting role. So
fun is better than none. So
keep going, kid.
Yeah, keep hustling, brother. Because that's what it's about. It's about everybody doing what they want to do, right? And this is one of the alternate realities or alternate futures I can see. Because again, the future is whatever we want it to be. What up, Kylo? Hope you're doing well, homie. And that's just what it is, right? We come on, man. Give me a second. Fuck.
Hey, you guys remember like the tale here of how I compared the actions of the U.S. government to that of some motherfucker who would just help himself to, a person's domicile and just go on in, take shit, make out with his wife and leave. So then I, tried to prove the point by helping myself to Whale's crib. I don't really want to reminisce on that, but next time I come up, Whales, to say I'm sorry for attempting to help myself to your household, and also for you having to waste or expend shotgun shells filled with pennies, on my ass. I would like to come up, and in my capacity as a sound guy and a carpenter, I think it'd be pretty cool to let's build Wales a little corner in the crib so he don't have to contend with the environmental noise of the Bronx anymore. What do you think, man? Can I come up? No, I'm serious. I'll come up. I'll build some baffles with some sound foam and shit. What the fuck?
Shout out to a fellow New Yorker.
Oh, he's like, he doesn't want to get rid of the flavor.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck up the flow, bro. That shit gotta be authentic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how we do it over here. And none of that.
Well, how about we build it? you know, and we'll send it up to you in pieces, and you can screw it together like a
Let's leave
like
that
a
fancy
IKEA
shit
thing.
to those fancy people. I ain't fancy.
Oh my
I just
God!
read.
Tell
Bro.
me anybody doesn't appreciate hearing Wales without a Boeing 747 taking off behind him with his goddamn hard drive fan. Jesus Christ!
Yo, I used to get so much flack for that.
I know, and you were like, "I don't give a fuck," and we're like,
Yeah, I
"Yeah,
really
but we
did.
do."
I really did. Yo, I really
Fucking up our eardrums every night.
Yeah, motherfuckers was bad. Like, yo, you need to get your fucking computer right.
He tells the story about the first time I reached out, and I'm like, "Man, we're like spiritual brothers, bro, and we're on a mission, bro. And what the fuck is wrong with your sound, dog?"
Fix that bullshit, bro. Talk to you later.
Oh shit, good times, fuck.
Yeah, man, those were the good days. It was so small, the community was so strong,
Right.
and now, unfortunately, it's a reality we have to contend with. With Pulse Chain and Pulse X, you know, the community gets weaker. It gets watered down because the
Oh,
barrier to entry and understanding is significantly lower, and it's just a fact.
Isn't that strange?
Mhm.
That chart right there, it's kind of the twin attributes, right,
Mhm.
of our growth. Now, you know, more isn't always better, folks. In a lot of ways, it is certainly. Quantity and quality don't always equal one another. If we look
Right.
across the landscape, okay, of the hexicans of Hexaco, of the Pulse Chain community, I would say I'd throw us up against any token, coin, crypto, or chain. Okay, blockchain asset. Okay, any. We're above.
Right.
We're better, and we have people specifically in different disciplines.
Sorry, but this comment.
Stormy. What was my point? Yeah, that we have
I'm
people
sorry,
across
man.
discipline. No, it's fucking classic. It really is. We have people across a lot of disciplines who are just brilliant, like gifted. Like I think of like fucking Johnny Chaos or something. Like that guy
Right.
can build a movie set, do all the effects from
He's
his
a beast, man.
warehouse. Like he's a Hexican.
Yep.
You know, think about it. Accountants, you got fucking what? Carpenters, hairstylists, you got fucking
Everything.
Wall Street assholes. You know,
I think I'd wager to state that we cover the whole diaspora.
run that gamut, biatch.
All right, like we definitely cover everything. I mean, got artists of all types. All types.
Mhm.
I've never
Yes,
seen
you
so
do.
much art in my life on a fucking like on Twitter until I
Yeah,
became
that's what's up.
involved in this community.
Well, that's what
You know what I
Kyle
mean?
Walters is a sculptor. Hex Noob
See?
now I
I
discovered
didn't
is
even know
a
that.
painter.
Yeah, you see what I'm
Obel
saying?
Lutz, my man.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, brother. Hit me up on Telegram, bro. Hit me up on Telegram. But yeah, see, and look, a light laser specialist. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know nothing about that shit, and all
Yeah,
that shit is just,
exactly.
you know, there's so many different facets of what is going on in this world, and I gotta say, people really underestimate that fact, you know. And again, I was having a conversation today, just laying into that. Like, I had to allude to the fact that yo, this whole notion of experts is last world. It's not our world.
Mm,
Experts do not exist. It's
okay.
motherfucking constantly learning and reassessing your world view.
You're,
That
you're never done. You're not done. We're not
correct.
done.
That is what an expert actually is. A person that is astute enough to know they don't know everything and realizing that they do know something. Because you still have the ability to share some information with the caveat of understanding that you don't know it all.
Right, right. That having been said, there are a lot of Renaissance men and women, a lot of polymaths in this community. You know,
100%. Yep. 100%.
people,
We got a
people in
bunch.
multiple lanes kicking ass in each lane is
Mhm.
amazing. Now, the
Yep.
corollary to what you and I are talking about and where this kind of started is the fact that as more people come in, you know, they don't know what's going on. So
Right.
each one must teach one. This is a situation, if ever there was one, where that is axiomatic. Okay.
Right.
Each one must teach one, because if these people are left to get the information on their own devices, it's going to be inaccurate way too often. And then they're going to spread, and then they're going to spread
100%.
bad information. And next
mean,
thing you know, Hexaco got a STD up in the motherfucker.
Right.
So
Literally.
you,
Literally.
me, you, we can all control this. We can be the the controls on that.
Right. I mean, I feel like
Biggie.
we are the controls, right? And this is why to me, our community is so important, right? This is why I don't waver on my standards, period, right? Because if we don't stand, if we don't have principles, if we don't have values, if we don't have morals, then who the fuck will have them? Nobody, because nobody has them already. And we can see this by looking at all the shenanigans we see on the post chain side of the ledger, and with respect to what happens in the community, right?
Yeah.
Just the quality of the questions, the quality of the intention of the action behind people's messages, all this shit is just not the same as Hex. It's just not. It's just not. And that's a problem, right? Because people are gonna start seeing that there's a difference, right? And I mean, when you're getting misinformation from one facet, then that's a problem, right? And you would see this a lot. Like one of these clowns that claim to be post chain people, they were promoting a scam product, and they didn't even a scam project, and they didn't even know it.
Damn.
Yeah. So these are the kinds of things that bothers me, right, about this so-called growth,
Okay.
right?
I feel you.
Right? Like people
I'm,
have to
I'm
understand quality is completely supreme to quantity. End of story. It's not even a debate. It's not even a debate. What are you doing with a trillion Zimbabwe dollars? Like how many times we gotta go through the same motherfucking conversation, right? And people don't understand that because that is the point. Or do you want to pump and dump or do you want to pump and pump? I don't know. I liked 2021. It was a nice 10-month run that we had there. What do you think, Thoughts Child? Wouldn't you not agree?
My God. I
Would you
couldn't
not
believe it.
agree?
You know what was funny too is like when Balliot was prescient enough just to grab that thing Joe Exotic did with Nagabo, where he's like,
Right.
I go to the store, the
Right.
price went up.
That's right.
Oh, it
Literally.
was so true. It was like that, man.
Yeah,
It was
man.
fuck.
Not a
And
joke.
now that we're like, now that that's not what the case is, this is where we get to see the elegance and the beauty of how we are just fucking protected and indemnified by the elegance of the T share, right? Woo.
Literally.
Still.
Literally, right? Because, I mean, look at what's happening now. The T-share rate is literally a pebble toss away from 21,000 hex per T-share. That is phenomenal because when I joined, we were at 11,000 something. So 10,000 hex per T-share later, we're 160x up. I mean, it's crazy, bro. And people
Well, you know what you
just
show us? You show us all the time, dude. It's like when that main one that people are looking at, which we all know is fucking USD, hex to USD, right? When that one isn't popping and locking and breaking, there's Wales is bringing you 30, 40 other charts that show the other iterations of the dynamics of this thing and how that shit is breaking. That shit's breaking on linoleum.
yeah, it's crazy, right? Because when you sit there and you think about it, when people look at Bitcoin or ETH, all they do is look at a couple of blockchain metric charts and say, "Oh, the price doesn't matter," and then that's sufficient for them. But here we have Hex that has all of these different variations in which you can look at it, break it down, and the data not only is public, it's real, it's not hidden. You don't have to go searching for it like you have to do with Ether.
And there's no filters if you're going through the right
Right.
places. There's no filters run over it. Thank you,
None
Mr.
of that.
CZ.
Yeah, none of that. And you know what? I want to fucking talk about that today too, because
Okay.
people don't understand how markets actually work. Right. And I know Richard talks about this shit all the time, but I'm gonna fucking talk about it today because I haven't talked about it and I don't probably think in months, if not almost since I started. Because there's this big misconception that oracles are a good thing, and they are fucking not. Right? I mean, just so people can understand, and I'm gonna go in more depth later, on Wall Street, people spend billions of dollars annually to be as close to the tick by tick
Well
action
said. Well said.
as possible. So if you find yourself engaging with protocols that are giving you prices that are being jerked off by some fucking middleman, I
It's
suggest you go learn what the fuck crypto is, because that's not it.
it's so weird. It's like this. It's up to the mood of the person applying their programmed filter. It's like a membrane, a permeable membrane that just lets a little bit of stuff through, and that not the stuff they don't like or they don't want. You know,
Right.
like we need this information coming off the ledger, and the ledger is, last time I checked, the motherfucking blockchain.
Right.
Not your series of filters that you're applying to the data.
Literally.
D'Artagnan.
Shout out to D.
Oh my God, D'Artagnan. You want to talk about somebody who's got some fucking audio issues, man? Yo, dog. I will come to wherever you're at and help you with your microphone, dog. Oh my God. I saw you on fucking Hangout, dude. I don't know how them guys still have anything left in their heads, like blood coming out of their ears. He's like, I'm loud. I'm from the DR. No, bitch, you ain't loud because you're from the DR. You're loud because your fucking equipment is Choda.
He's
Woo.
dying. He's dying. Oh, I love it, man. He's too funny,
man.
bro, because he just don't give a shit.
No, he's great. He's great, man.
He's
You know
like,
where
yeah,
I
right.
first talked to D'Artagnan? It was me and him and one other person. This is going to make you guys who are real Hexicans laugh. You know where it was? In the HEX.com Telegram chat. 3 motherfuckers up in there. Somebody who didn't say a goddamn word, and me and D'Artagnan, who can talk.
Right.
Who can talk. Both of us, we can fucking talk, dude.
He pleading the fifth, though.
Well, he's at the goddamn bar. He's buying the whole bar drinks, and they're kicking him out last call. And he's talking to me on Telegram while he's at the bar. Oh my God, that was wild, man.
That's a Hexican, baby. Like, hold on, bro.
He's calling
I'm having a talk. I'm talking about Hex, but I'm trying to buy the bar. Give me a second, bro. Hold on. Just give me a second, man. I can't do 2 things at once yet. Hold on, I'm a little fucked up.
I don't know. He's steady Eddie like a motherfucker. I don't know. That man can hold his shit.
No, I'm saying he's telling that man to hold up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
I mean? Yeah, I'm doing something important here.
Right. All right. Like, hold on, bro.
You got to get home to your wife. Fuck that. I'm in the middle of something, man.
Exactly. I ain't worried about your schedule, bro. I'm on my own time. I'm a Hexican, bitch. Don't you know better?
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
Yo, it's all day today. What is this? Yo, I didn't hear a horn all day. All day. They wait until Wells is streaming and start giving me shit. But you know, that's just how it works, man.
Presentable. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. He really was. But everybody was back then, though, because I think
is this Kaylin? Is this Kaylin here?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Black Sea. I got it. I
don't know if it's him or her.
Oh, okay. He spits. He's the one that did some tracks.
It could be, but I don't know, because they be.
Hello, family. Hello, Black Sea family. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, Black Sea. What up? Word. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I need to find out. I think it wasn't on MetaMask. If I remember correctly, it was malware that people got from trying to reach MetaMask shit through an email or some nonsense like that. So it's just people not understanding what crypto is. You know, let me explain something to you guys. Look at the bottom of my screen, right? Never share or expose seed phrase or private keys. Do not click on random links. Now, MetaMask is a non-custodial wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Do they even?
Which is why we use it.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have support, bro. I've never.
No, they don't, because I reached out to them motherfuckers before.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, crypto. Be your own bank means you handle your own shit. There's nobody here that's gonna ever reach out to you and offer you any service.
But you know what? I made a mistake. I did make a mistake. I made the mistake of mentioning on which format or platform. It was Twitter. I don't ever Hexicans, don't ever bring up an issue with MetaMask on any of these social media platforms publicly,
Oh my God, yeah, you're
because
such a
I
all
got
the noobs do that
spammed
shit.
out for weeks.
Oh my God.
Hi, this is Tracy from MetaMask support.
Yeah.
If you just send me your password and your seed phrase, you know, I was like, what the fuck?
All this extra shit. Yo, them motherfuckers love laying into that damn word. I don't understand why people write that on Twitter. Like, yo,
I
stop.
learned I think it was Toby One. It was like he just like took me aside on Twitter and he was like, no, 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 no,
Don't
no,
do
no.
that. Yeah, never
I was
write
like, okay.
MetaMask, yo. Period. Stop it. Like, what are you thinking? I don't understand people like do not do that. Do not write MetaMask on Twitter because all the hack bots are coming out.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Use this. MM. Use that. Everybody knows
That's
what that
good.
is.
That is good.
Jesus. He had MetaMask on his computer and installed a bad file that gave access to his MetaMask. There's your answer.
Okay, so he
Something similar to
slept with
what
a
I
hooker
thought.
that gave him herpes.
Yep.
Okay, that's the thing, and this is I don't know. You could confirm or deny, but statistically, I've heard something like over 90% of all loss in crypto is user error. Right?
I haven't heard that stat. However, I would wager it's actually higher than 90%.
Well, yeah, it could have been 93, 96. I
I
just
would
recall it was
wager it's
over
probably closer
90.
to 95,
Yeah.
if not 100. You know why? Because people don't fucking read and people don't educate themselves. That's it.
Mhm.
And this is crypto, and in crypto, you're responsible for your own shit. So that means if you lose your shit, guess what? It's your motherfucking fault.
You lost your shit.
Yeah, you lost your shit, literally. So it's 100% their own motherfucking fault, not even
Mhm.
90. Because at the end of the day, read the bottom of the screen. That's the only way to lose your funds here. Period. There is no other way. That at the bottom, that's it. Besides you losing your shit, besides you losing that shit, this is the only other way. So you're either giving it away or you're throwing it away. So
Ugh.
either way, you fucking up. So, you know what I'm saying? You need to if you're new to crypto and you don't know what the hell is going on, do
Mhm.
not do anything that you would normally do anywhere else.
Mhm.
Period. End of story.
Yeah, I saw this comment about the phone thing, and you know, I know some people live and die by it. I
Yeah.
personally have never done any crypto. Now, I've even heard the argument from some tech people that in some ways the mobile could have better security features
Yeah. I've heard
than
that.
a desktop, and then you get the whole Mac
That's just not the
versus
point to me though.
PC, you know,
Yeah.
argument. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you have to behave in a certain way. Like the smartest, like tech people that I've talked to, or maybe not even tech would be the proper word, probably security. They suggest that you even have, you know, a reliable, but it doesn't have to be a top of the line, but a very reliable machine that's your crypto
Right.
computer. Because you can't be going to entertainment sites and music sites and porn sites and all that other shit
Right.
fucking around where your life assets are at, right?
Right. I mean, think about it. Look at the. I mean, this is a great comment. Thanks, bro, for this comment. This is really
Oh,
good.
that is good.
Yeah, giving your C phrase is like giving your credit card, but you can't cancel the card. Damn straight. And then they wipe that bitch clean ASAP. They don't spend it a little bit at a time. They take your shit ASAP. All of it too.
Mhm.
So, read that bottom scrolling ticket because that shit is, that's real life right there. If you lose any of that information, you lost and it's your own fault. Nobody else's because this is crypto. Nobody's here to babysit your ass. So
Yeah, trustless. Okay, the term
yeah,
trustless
it means
that comes at a
nobody.
that comes at a cost. It comes
Yeah.
at a learning curve and a cost, man.
And I mean, look, everybody gets hacked. This is how we all learn, right? Everybody loses keys. Everybody, fucking clicks on links they're not supposed to. Like, this is how we learn, right? So this is why it's important to pay attention.
I would love to know the statistics of the cross section of maybe the American population, the global population, and then the population of the people who lived in the five boroughs or Philadelphia, because we don't trust any fucking buddy to begin with. So we probably held on to our shit better than most people.
100%. I mean, it's natural, right?
Oh my God.
It's natural.
You got to know how to walk in those places, is
Correct.
what I'm saying.
Correct. You got to. Shout out to J.O.
J.O.
What up, bro? Let me know if you want to jump up, homie.
J.O.
Been on vacay for a little bit.
Dolo and J.O. are both here. Crypto Belus.
Where is Dolo? I ain't seen him.
Yeah, I think he was in the pre-chat.
I ain't had him on in a while. He be busy though.
Yo,
Need to
motherfucker was
invite him.
eating raw liver without
Oh
a
hell
shirt
no!
on
Man,
Twitter
I don't
yesterday.
even eat. I don't even eat cooked liver, bro. Fuck raw liver. I don't eat no liver.
It's just packed full of nutrients, they say.
Yeah,
I don't
it
eat it
is,
either, but
but I don't fuck with that. I'm good, bro. I'll get my nutrients every other way possible. If it's that serious and I don't need it, bro. Like I
yeah.
just don't like the taste. It's so minerally, and those are the nutrients. You know, is that and I don't like that flavor. Some people like that shit. What's good, homie? Hope you well, brother. Hey,
The hubby.
we supposed to get up, bro. So we need to let go. I know y'all been busy with the tour and shit, but we need to link up.
He would appreciate these tracks, and believe me, I know people think I'm talking shit, but this shit Roganov and I've been working on that I tell you
Oh
guys is like
yeah.
premier
I mean, you hear his
Griselda
tracks,
beat.
bro. That's not a question.
Yeah, well, you heard two of them so far,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. Wales will testify. We got some bangers coming in.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you pick anything from that bucket, though, you know it's gonna typically be a banger. So that's a 9.5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got nothing but bangers over there.
Shout out Roganov.
Yeah. But you know, it's crazy, bro. Like you gotta really respect your pocket. Like do not take crypto as a joke.
You
This
always say
is
that, and it's wonderful advice, man. Respect your
yo,
pocket. Respect your
respect your
motherfucking
pocket.
pocket.
Yeah, respect your pocket. Only you can stop forest fires. Nah, let me stop.
True. Hey, man. However you got to deliver the message, get
All
it. Get it
right,
there.
you know, I mean that shit just popped in because it reminded me of Smokey the Bear because that motherfucker would always say only you. I mean,
Only you.
seriously though, this is the same deal. Only you can stop yourself from getting wrecked. You know, you got to. Only you. Who
You
else
know,
is gonna stop?
it just occurs to me, you know, as things mutate, we're really like on the cutting edge. And you know what made me think of that was that little chart I made. They're not going to be able to get any value out of it, but I came up with this little thing that was building off of the statistics, global population
Mm,
and the 1.3 that are involved in crypto. And
right.
then of them, which is 0.26, like a few months ago, hexagons. And then think about the smaller groups you can draw right out of that, extrapolate out of that just 0.26 of the 1.3
Right.
that really know what the fuck they're doing, know what the fuck they're talking about, all that. It's your job if you're new. It's your job if you're a no corner. It's your job even if you're like this legacy side expert, but you're just coming into this world. It's your job now to put in the equity to find those people. And you'll find in Hexaco, we're actually like a pretty willing bunch. Like if you don't act like a dickhead or an entitled prick out the gate, people are going to meet you more than halfway in
Oh
Hexaco.
yeah, all you gotta do is ask questions.
Yeah,
They gotta
for
answer
real.
them.
For
Nobody even
real.
cares. All you gotta do is ask questions.
And there's
Nobody
a lot of
here.
fear. There's a lot of fear. And I'm here to testify. I'm here to tell you, like in the community that I brought together for the OGs and vets and specialists, I had only one thing that I was looking for. It was that they were the types that weren't going to call a no coiner or a new person a dumb fucking asshole for asking a day one question. Cause that's, you know what I mean? That's how we learn.
That'll
And
make
there's no reason to be chastising somebody who doesn't understand what a seed phrase is.
yeah.
We each one teach one. I keep saying it.
I mean, it's basic, man. I don't even understand why anybody would think that if you're new to crypto, right? They're not gonna know that shit. So that's basic, man.
Yeah, but go over to some of these other cryptos, communities and see
Hey,
how
man.
they talk to motherfuckers.
I can't speak to that, and people gotta understand. There's a reason the Hex community is superior to the rest.
Yeah.
There's it's very simple, right? And it's because you have to want it to find Hex. You don't nobody just puts it in a lap. It's not dished up to you like the rest of the crap that's out there wrecking people. It's not dished up to you. So you gotta find it. You gotta want it. And this shit is good. It's better than everything else out there. So to find this and to be able to exploit it, so to speak, by letting yourself contractually engage with the smart contract, right? By locking up your hex and earning yield. and letting price do the job that it is supposed to do. Because that's the hard part for most people, right? It's easy to trade because all you're doing is clicking. Click, 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 click. You feel like you're doing
Yeah,
something.
some people get that dopamine rush just off that
Yeah.
clicking.
Yep. That's right. That's been scientifically proven. That is not even an opinion.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. Because people don't realize that sometimes them just engaging the market in that way is detrimental. Like you have to have a strategy. You have to have a reason to engage the market. You have to have all of these things. Like there's no reason to just be out here clicking just for the sake of clicking. Like it's a little wild. People do that.
Hey man, did, did you see T-Bird said, he said, when fiat collapse.
Bro, it's
WEN.
it's happening right now. Hold on. You know what? Somebody asked a question earlier that I didn't even answer. That was a good one. Hold on.
Okay.
Something about when 100,000 T share.
Mhm.
So when 100,000 T share, I'm thinking at least maybe by 2027, 26. Because I mean, if we continue at the rate of year one was basically 10,000, right? Hex per T share. Year two, we basically finished it at 20,000. Right now, we're entering year three. We're already at 21,000 already. Like to jump 1,000 hex before, it took a little while. Now it's not taking a little while. So it could be that we start seeing the T-shirt rate jumping up, in multiple thousand values, right?
Deca.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that where it's just jumping 20,000 a clip in a year. Like that would be fucking crazy. Imagine if it does 15,000 this year. Look at this guy playing with himself. Get it together, brother.
What do you think I'm going to talk back to this motherfucker after what he did to me? Are you kidding?
Oh man, what is that? That's the honey
That's
badger.
the honey badger. Yeah. Now, I wish Bumpy was here. If Bumpy was here, then maybe I'd be protected from this psychopath. He loves
So,
you, dude. He thinks he's going to protect you from people ripping your ninja mask off in public.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Why he lives. That's his purpose for life. Honey
that's his
badger.
purpose for living.
Yeah.
That's why they made the honey badger
Dude,
to
I would
protect
not.
whales' identity.
I would not fuck with this motherfucker at all,
Oh
dude.
shit!
May I, please? Thank you. All right. Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here.
You stupid, bro. So when fiat collapse, it's an interesting question because it's already happening.
Well, I thought Wales was going to say, July 7th, 2024, to be actually quite honest.
Already happening.
Done. Done.
Nah, yeah, it doesn't work like that, right? And that's the interesting thing. And I've talked about this before.
Oh, because they'll keep putting the rubber patch on it, for
Correct.
eternity.
It's just like this. Fiat is literally like a balloon full of water. The inflation is literally needles poking holes in this balloon full of water. Over time, that balloon full of water begins to deflate because there are so many holes being poked in this balloon filled with water, because that's inflation. It detracts the size, i.e., the value in this example, right, of the fiat. And that's exactly what's happening. And then eventually it just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens when fiat currencies hyperinflate. It slowly, 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 then all of a sudden, everything you own is worth nothing. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
So prepare, because it's already happening. It's just a matter of when at this point, right? I mean, you've already seen two economies just in 2021 alone collapse from inflation. Turkey, Lebanon. Oh, I'm sorry, three. Libya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those three already 1 year. I mean, we already see what's happening here in the US, right? You got, I mean, what did they print? At least 40% in 2020, 2021. with all the fiat USD fiat in existence on the ledger, right? Because of course all this crap is digital nonsense anyway. But long story short, it's already happening, right? So it's just a matter of understanding that we already are in motion. It's just a matter of the rest of the world catching up,
Hmm.
right? I mean, what else can it be? And this is a good question because hell yeah, it is, right? Nobody's really engaging on these networks. The only people buying ETH are those that don't know any better, or buying anything on the ETH network right now. Those that don't know any better, or those that have been waiting for the opportunity to just spend a little bit of money, and by a little bit I mean not hundreds of dollars. Because yesterday I saw at one point gas was 12,000 motherfucking way. 12,000.
That's sus.
Extremely. And people have the nerve to think that ETH has a leg to stand on. Like, look, I understand they started it all and all of that, but here's something people got to understand. What you start means nothing if you cannot finish it. And these motherfuckers ain't finishing a damn thing. This is exactly why you have competitors in industry that change over time. It is never just Microsoft. It is never
Right.
just Apple. It was never just IBM. It was never just Google.
Right.
Tech leaders always changed. What is wrong with you? Technology always changes. What is wrong with you? This is the whole thing, right? ETH was a scam. Bitcoin was a scam. And now they're fucking solidified. What do
Mm.
you think is going to happen with the next best thing, which is Hex, which is better than both?
Did you see when Vitalik was asked about 2.0 and with a smile on
Oh
his
my
face, he
God.
said 6 years. He was like, 6 years. I think that should work. It's like, man,
He
y'all
was
better
confident in that shit too. Like, yeah, I gave him the goods, bro.
testify, Vitalik.
Gave him the goods with that one. You know what I'm saying? Gave him the goods. Yo, we speak nothing but facts over here, homie. You already know. In a crypto way, so I don't take much risk over time. What? Your password. So your password to your MetaMask is one thing. Your C phrase and your private keys are two other things. If you don't know what they are, Google, bro.
Well, well, maybe he's got like a 28 character password he's talking about, and he's looking for an encrypted way to. I don't know, man. That's your that's
Yeah,
wherever
there
your
is no way.
browser, that's whatever browser extension,
Yeah,
you're
there is no
using.
way. That's a password, bro. You gotta just type that shit in. There ain't no way around that unless you're trying to set up some additional shit where you can get into MetaMask and add some shit with some JavaScript, like you ain't, or some or whatever script they use. Like you ain't getting away with no. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
there's no way to encrypt no password. That shit is just the password. However you store it is on you, but you make that password
Yeah,
on MetaMask. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and you can engage certain protocols, I guess, that are not going to fix every possibility, but they can cut down. So, like, look at your firewall, look at your VPN, look at your browser settings, look at which browser you're using in the first place. Because I honestly believe some are much better than others.
Right.
Um, I don't have an answer for that one though, for myself, but that's not my wheelhouse.
I mean, again, it's just a password. I mean, if you're talking about the password to get into MetaMask, like it's just a password, bro. You got to figure that out, like
Yeah, and
everybody else.
if you're worried about that kind of security, it's not going to help the time quotient. But I got to say, it's just logic. The longer, the better. The more
Yeah.
obtuse and longer, the better.
Yep.
Who's
That's
going to
it.
guess that shit,
Hmm.
or even be able to
So here's
brute
a
force?
password tip, if possible. Include spaces in your passwords. 2 words and at least one space.
Yeah.
You don't gotta have special characters or upper letters if you don't want to, but you should at least have two
Mhm.
words and a space.
And I don't know about you guys, but I never just it's germane to my personality and my belief set. I never use them password generators. I just don't do that. I'm not getting
Yeah, nah, hell no.
that from somebody or some source that I don't know it where it issues
Another
for.
third party, bro. You
Yeah,
good.
right. That's what it is.
I mean, again, this speaks to the tenet of crypto, right? No middleman. This is the definition of it.
Mm-hmm. No counterparties,
none.
no middlemen.
None. None. So you got to be mindful of that, because that's like the thing, right? When are you gonna learn what's going on here?
Yeah, and
Right?
Hex Monkey just says something too that's good too, because guys, ultimately, and I need to take some of my own advice, but ultimately, we are supposed to be on a cold storage, preferably air gapped
Yeah.
hard wallet. And Hex Monkey says, y'all go ahead and uninstall your MetaMask when you're done using it, then reinstall. But then, what it comes to mind then is that fact that you're entering a seed phrase. You never want to have to do that too many times, right?
Well, look, the main thing I recommend is that people use a dedicated machine. I don't really care if you use Trezor Wallet or not, but your ass better use a dedicated machine, because if you do not, that machine that you are using will be exposed because you will be clicking on random shit. So
Mm.
this is my number one piece of advice for people in terms of security. Crypto only, whatever the hell it is, laptop, desktop, mini PC, whatever the fuck you use, make sure it is crypto only and nothing else.
And he doesn't mean surfing the web for crypto articles either. He
Nah,
means like legitimately your transactive machine is kind of
yeah,
what he's saying.
that's it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to get there too. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get to that.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I mean, it's imperative, bro, because you don't, excuse me, you don't want to be caught in a situation where, you know, you got a keylogger on your thing, and it's all because you went to this one random website you never been to before, and all this nonsense. All it takes is one time. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are not very diligent on the links that they click. And this is how these things happen. Like we get these stupid phishing scam emails all the time at work, right? So it's like a little test to see how good you are at discerning what's real and what's not coming into your inbox. And I always pass that bullshit because it's easy to see. But for some people, bro, it is not. Some people are not used to discerning what's legitimate information versus what's not. And that shit is crazy because our whole world is based on information. What is
Yeah.
wrong with
And pro tip, if an extremely, extraordinarily hot woman ever cold calls you, do not go down that rabbit hole
that? Yeah.
because you
No.
will get fucked.
Yep.
And not the kind of fuck you want.
Yeah. No.
Because
No.
she ain't DMing or emailing your ass.
Hell no. Funny comment from Biff and Nuss. I keep my crypto computer in my pistol bag. That is with me at all times, 24, 365.
Nice.
I have this bag with me. And if someone grabs it and runs, I have to just pop them.
There you go. There you go, Dad.
I mean, that's how it works,
Speak it.
bro. Be your
Speak
own
it.
bank. They shoot bank robbers. What's the difference? There is none, sir.
Hey, right. You're Briggs. You're your own Briggs.
Goddamn right. Damn right. So in case people are confused out here, there you go. There is no confusion here. You are your own defense in reality. There
I
ain't
love it.
nobody gonna back you up.
I absolutely love that. Well said, Bit Finesse, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is great because it's true, right? You gotta secure your fortress. Nobody out here is protecting you. So that's something we just have to keep in mind because it's a reality. There's a reason crypto exists. People forget that because they're just seeing all these paper gains, these fiat gains that don't ultimately matter, because at the end of the day, that thing you're accounting those gains in is worth nothing. And you just don't want to recognize that yet because you think you know better. But I'm here to tell you, in this case, you don't know shit. That's why I'm here. You're welcome. Because if you did, your ass would need me here telling you that you don't know this shit. Because you don't, right? That's why I laugh at people that are just hype about taking some 10,000x gains.
Mm-hmm.
10,000x? What are you talking about? That's nothing, bro. Do you not see what's coming? This is the easiest layup trade in history. I mean, this shit is going to go down like nothing has ever gone down before. I mean, people just cannot fathom, because there is nothing out here giving yield, bro. There is nothing out here worth owning that stores value as well as this. This is transportable, it is immutable, it will outlast you, etc., etc., etc.
Hmm.
I mean, How can you beat that?
Look at these Hexicans, man. Like just getting down with the good tips, good information on the chat, you know, from some of these pros in here. It's good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, about guns and about about crypto security.
Yeah, man. I
Good
mean,
stuff.
you know, you got to really just be open minded and understand that you don't know everything.
Mm.
You know, like ask. Everybody does not know everything. Everybody here knows something, and that's important because that's how we all survive. It's just like how we started, right? Each one teach one. And what we all know collectively is sufficient to get us to any level that we want to accomplish.
Mm.
I think that that's important for people to realize. I mean, what else is this world built on if not groups of us making it what we want it to be?
Yes, right. We are the sculptors, man.
That's right. Literally. Not no
Don't
random politician on TV. Like, get the
fuck
fuck out of
that.
here. Yeah.
Exactly, man. Them
That shit is
motherfuckers.
over. Them motherfuckers don't matter. Look at them. They're beefing with Joe Rogan. Come on. They're trying to attack this dude in every which way. Some guy that just talks. Like
Yep.
he ain't nobody.
What did I say? Show me on the doll where the bad words touched you,
Yo,
bitch.
it's crazy. It's so crazy. This guy literally tries to have interesting conversations with whoever
For a living.
Yeah, for a living with whoever he thinks is interesting, and that is all he does. He does nothing else.
And he'll beat your ass too most of the
Yes,
time.
he does practice martial arts, and he's good at it. Yes, but come on, like you got this whole propaganda movement right now against this guy. It's such a joke. And you know what's great about this is that he has so many fans that are NPCs. This is what's great about this. Because the fact of the matter is that we don't have enough people yet that we need on our side. And thank you for the super chat, X-Monkey. Thanks for the great info. Even for experienced users, always more to learn and implement. That's right. I'm learning more every day because here's the thing: in crypto, things are ever evolving, right? I mean, just look at Pulse Chain. It's a freaking supercharged ETH, right? I mean, how good do you think PulseX is going to be? I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And these are the things that if you're not willing to keep an open mind about, you're going to miss them, right? And you know, there's a ton of good things going on in this space if you're looking for them. And that's the key. Looking for the right things is very hard because the right things are not, again, what's put in your face. Right? It's not.
That's right.
So when you look at all of these clowns trying to fight little old Joe Rogan, Mr. Regular Average Joe, I mean, this is going to cause a fucking whirlwind. This is going to literally cause a whirlwind. Why? Because people are not going to understand why they are diverging. And that's going to make them look a little closer.
A lot of thoughts on that, man. First off, the cross section of the average Joe Rogan listener or supporter versus the cross section of the average Joe Rogan detractor. Which of them two groups of people has a spine, has some testicles or whatever, you know, strength of character?
Right.
It ain't Barbara Streisand. It ain't the fucking, you know, the girl who wants me to call her Zed wearing the black fucking mask. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
I'm saying you're not even allowed to say he, she with them motherfuckers anymore. They're crazy.
Right.
Crazy motherfuckers.
I don't got time for that, bro. Good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and if you haven't seen this shit here, I mean, come on. If you don't know who this dude is and you living in 2022, like you just need to slap the fucking shit out of yourself.
Dude, you want to know how pathetic he is? My 12-year-old and 9-year-old spent a great portion of the weekend making fun of the president of the United States.
Wow.
Dude. I mean,
that's
like
crazy.
If you don't even have the approval of the kids, you're
when
fucked.
do kids pay attention to politics?
Yeah. They notice how pathetic he is. They
That's
notice
right.
how the man can't finish a sentence.
That's disgusting.
They're
Bro.
having fun with it too.
That's crazy.
Yup.
I mean, do you
Yup.
understand how significant that is, bro? I ain't never paid attention to that shit when I was a kid, man.
Nope. Nope.
What is going on? That's how disgusting the world is today, folks.
Well, and
Kids
then,
are noticing.
yeah, and my
Kids.
9 and 12-year-old, the 7 and 5-year-old, it's monkey see, monkey do. So they start joining in, and all weekend I get to hear Chunk saying, "What would happen if Joe Biden pooped his own pants?" Well, it's
Wow.
not out of the realm of possibility, my 5-year-old son.
Incredible. Look at that. I mean, it's quite something to hear children
Mm,
just considering these kinds of things,
yeah,
because a kid is not concerned with the world or any adults or whatever, like,
right,
it's just
right.
crazy. To me, it's astonishing, man, because it just goes to show the magnitude of the effect that all of this nonsense has had on everybody, all ages. I mean, it's disgusting, bro. And these people really think they're just gonna skate on by. That's what's funny, right?
Mm,
Because there's a whole lot of shit going on that they hide because they have the ability to, because they control information,
mhm,
right? Because the minions go to them for it, right? But they don't realize that yet, right? There's only few minions that listen to Joe Rogan, for example, or what's his name, Peterson or whatever, the guy that realized he was fucking.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy, Mister.
Mhm.
Oh fuck, I fucked up. I got 2 jabs. Like, come
Ha!
on, bro. How the
Oh my
fuck do you
God,
even
he
get
should know
one?
better. They call that the
Yeah,
intellectual dark web. Them motherfuckers is supposed to know better, man.
yeah. Like, come on, bro. And people be sucking these guys' balls. Like, yo, have your own thought process. Be your own individual. Learn
Mhm,
from others, but have your own thought process, have your own principles.
mhm,
You know, all this ass kissing and dick riding is really disturbing to me. Respect others. That is all.
mhm.
All this ass kissing is strictly unnecessary.
Well, you know what, brother? I mean, the dynamic, truthfully, is I don't know if it's just the weakness and the doubt and the fear in the human character as much as it is people were just lulled to sleep. It's certainly probably a combination of both, like the social programming. But it, dude, at the end of the day, it for me, right? It distinctly,
Mhm,
and I want to say this, right? It distinctly comes down to a lack of bravery. People are
mhm,
cowards, man. They're
100%.
fucking cowards.
Very few speak up.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of beneficence rained down, but my mom told me from the age of 2, she could not tell me what the fuck to do or what the fuck to believe. And that's just how the
Right.
fuck I was. Some people, you know, um, they literally require guidance or
Mm,
permission. Permission is probably the better word.
mm, mhm.
You're not going to look at the facts as they stand and with your own critical, deductive, logical reasoning, ascertain that, maybe this is some funny shit. Maybe this shit don't make no sense.
Right.
No, no,
Not at all.
surprisingly.
People just accept bullshit, and that's what's crazy, right? I mean, and we all do it in so many ways. It's kind of crazy,
I
and
mean,
it's
they could come out with like Anthony Fauci got 700 fucking bodies in his backyard, and people would still be listening to that motherfucker. Like, come
word.
on, dude.
We got a special guest joining us shortly.
Who?
Hopefully, he doesn't come with liver because I don't want to have to throw
Oh, Dolo.
it.
Oh no. Dolo gonna eat
Oh
some
man.
liver live on the air, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.
Oh man, but I mean, one thing I will say is that we can see that people are waking up. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, right?
Well, they ain't putting that on KYW
Oh
News
hell
Radio.
nah! You better believe they're not. Right,
Yeah, this morning, top
right,
news, motherfuckers waking up.
exactly. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when people have this realization that this is real. Like, some random person with a uniform on doesn't change a reality of anything. You know, a title, a word doesn't change the reality of you being your own individual that has inalienable rights that can't be trampled on just because some random motherfucker dictates that they feel that they can trample on the shit. That's not how
Yeah,
it works, bro.
because
Right. That's not how it works. What up, homie?
YOLO.
Uh, how y'all been?
Good, bro. How you been,
Good.
man?
I've been working like a motherfucker, you know.
Join that club.
Nature of the beast, man. It's nature of the beast. That's exactly
And when
Yeah,
we're
how.
not working in Hexco, when we're not working, we're actually relaxing with a little work. And after we do some tasks, we do some more work, and then we
Right.
work.
And then we work some
yeah,
more.
Or like all these guys who have been able to retire now, like they're like Mott's or whatever. They're working fucking harder than they've ever worked in their lives right
Ever.
now.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's real.
trust,
Yeah.
trust. I'm talking I got old clients at this gym that I'm working with. Not my clients, but they're like just old people, you know. And this one old dude yesterday was like, yeah, like, can I is the guest pass good like until like Monday? I know if you guys are you guys gonna charge me or anything? Like I know it says until the 6th, but you know, 6 is a Sunday and I'm like, well, you shouldn't even be worried about working, bro. You know, like
Right.
and
Like, what are you thinking, man?
yeah, and he's you know, and I brought up inflation, and this dude's like, yeah, I know these fucking people they don't even know what they're doing. He's like, if they done fucked everything up for all of us. I'm like, yeah, for most of you old motherfuckers, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because they don't want to learn nothing. That's the
Nope.
biggest drawback that people are going to run into. And I've been saying this for a long time because this is exactly what brought me back to crypto. Interestingly enough, was my interest and desire to learn more. Because if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have been doing what I was doing and I would never found Hex. Simply straight up what it was. It's not like
Yeah.
I was doing crypto or anything because I wasn't. I knew Ethereum, I knew Bitcoin, and to me, that was more than enough. I didn't need to know any other altcoins because what's the purpose? They're just speculative, and that's it. I already knew that. That's
Yep.
a fact, not an opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you still have a coin that's been around longer than 2 years, and them motherfuckers is not off of an exchange, a centralized exchange, and they don't have an actual product, then guess what? That is not a crypto. That
Yep.
ultimately
Correct.
is just a
A
promise coin.
security.
Yeah. You vying on the work of others, literally. You're vying to profit off of the work of others at that point.
Hmm.
Strictly. Because there's never gonna be anything happening in that thing, in that arena, in that realm. Nothing will be happening.
Dude, we have a list like of attributes of features that
Mm,
people can refer to.
hmm
You ask yourself the basic questions when you're looking at everything. Here's the critical deductive logical reasoning again, right? You look at it, you
Right.
go, let me see, is it decentralized? Is it scalable? Does it have like any kind of interoperability or use case or utility? Is there security? Is it actually on the ledger of the blockchain?
Right.
Is it open and transparent? But then, like where our fearless leader, RH, decided some things needed to be centralized in order to work. So that's kind of a nuanced thing. But then, does it have composability, programmability? Is it permissionless? And then, the last question we might ask, which to most of us is the most important thing, it's like chart go up, or
Right.
flatline like a motherfucker for eternity.
Man.
And then empty promises are a nice feature to look for as well. Hint,
People
hint.
love those apparently.
Yeah, T
Jeez.
Bird said, does it have a real community? Facts.
Bam.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Okay.
Yo,
Like,
you know what's crazy? To me, the most bullish thing in regards to Hex is the community.
oh,
Period.
facts.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always been the
facts.
community. That to me is a top item because
Yeah.
regardless of the fact that it's gate kept, you know, it did 10,000x nonetheless. Like people really, really do not respect that enough. It's completely gate kept and it still did 10,000x.
That's right.
Yep.
Testify.
Like,
shit, I wasn't even here for most of that 10,000
yeah,
X. You feel me?
that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit happened quick.
Yeah.
And you
Quick,
came back
fast, and in a
from
hurry.
Vegas like you had seen the face of God, Wales. I remember that. Like you
Oh
were just like,
yeah,
I learned some things I did not know, like
yeah, man. It was a
that was
rude awakening
impressive.
for me. Yeah, it was a rude awakening for me because I didn't even want to go.
Uh-huh.
I don't like people. I'm just a
Yeah,
regular New
right,
York
right.
dude. I don't want to be fucking around with people. I don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say
It's
hi.
like,
I don't want to say bye.
why are all these fucking middle American
Right.
crackers being so genuinely nice to
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Get the fuck out of my face,
I
man. I
don't
don't
know, this
know
shit
you.
is
Nah.
sus. You want to talk about
Hey,
sus, Dante? That shit's sus.
But
hey.
that was me living in my little narrow world. And this is again, right? A thing of life where you have to decide, do you want to grow or do you want to be the same old dumbass that you were yesterday?
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Right. And I decided to not be, the same dumbass I was yesterday. So I bought a fucking plane ticket last minute.
Beautiful.
And, the rest is history because that shit lit a fire under my ass, bro. And I ain't slowed down since. And
Nope.
and I'm never gonna slow down because I realized something. Because we decided to do some things, and what happened? Those exact things. You can't beat that, man. Right? Like, where else can you go and say, yo, I'm gonna do some shit? And everybody's gonna be like, yeah, man, that's a great idea. Let's make that shit happen, bro. Done.
Yeah, them streams ramped up like that fan.
Yeah. Real quick.
Like that fan on your computer. Them streams
Yeah.
ramped up.
Real quick.
The fan got louder
See,
because
you've
he
been
went
around long enough,
parabolic.
Dolo. You've been around long enough.
Yeah.
Acting like he brand new.
Right.
Nah.
Because that fan been gone for a minute. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I can stop talking shit now. Now I'm
He
playing.
said, he said, yeah, I was like the breaking point. He says, I really don't want to get another codex or novella from Thothschild about my sound ever again. He didn't care about the sound. He just didn't want no more of my bullshit in his DMs.
Yo, it was crazy. A lot of people used to write me about that shit. I mean, I used to get messages about. I just didn't care, bro. Like, come on, I hear the words. Ignore everything else. Stop it.
Terrapin, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, Terrapin.
Nah.
Yeah, everybody's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, nah. We on the new and better things, You have to
Yep,
upgrade. And
yep.
whether it's the mind, the pocket, whatever,
That's right. Hey, Dolo, I offered to actually go up and, in my capacity as knowing a little bit about sound and being a carpenter as well. I said I would go up there and I would build him a little corner so that we wouldn't have to hear the street noise anymore, And he repudiated me out the box.
You put all them the foam blocks
Yeah,
over
I
there.
built
You
him a
feel?
couple baffles, right? Yeah, what the fuck?
You be good, bro. You be
I don't know how
good.
the people in his household would feel about that, but they'd
Get
have to
some
deal with it.
egg cartons and shit.
Oh no, not for Wales only. Not for Wales only. We don't. No.
Let them know we can get the
New York
phone,
be
bro. It's okay. We rich.
the city been popping crazy lately, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
Ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. Yo, it's ugly out here, man.
What is
and
that,
people,
guys? Is that like a
I know
barometer of what's going on, like globally, or like, you know what I mean? Economically,
Oh, yeah.
right.
I say this all the time, actually, and people do not hear me. I already know people don't get it because they grow up in these little suburban areas. They can't fucking fathom what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah,
they can't. It's
the
a
amount
fact.
of the amount of drill music. Like I know a lot of people don't really listen to it, but I listen to pay attention to see what's going on with the youngins.
Tempo.
And yo,
It's
the
wild.
amount of shootings and deaths and within the last 6 months, geez, bro.
Yeah, back
and
on
it's
the
ramping
upswing.
up faster.
Yeah, it's not even a game.
That's how it was down in Philly, man. Whenever shit got all wiggy and hot, and motherfuckers were just getting shot everywhere, it was because of an overarching tension that was just manifesting itself right there on the on the blocks,
I mean, let's think about this shit for 2 seconds, yo. For the past 2 years, people have been forced to some degree or another to not live their life.
Truth.
This is like being put in jail,
Truth,
prison, whatever you want to call it. So now we're about to suffer the consequences of those actions, those activities that people took or did not, right? Because now people have been cooped up, people have been doing this, people have been doing that, people have been pissed for 2 years, young and old. So it's about to get real, real fast,
You know,
Oh
right?
my
people don't
God.
see it. Then if it's not happening in their town, it's not happening
It's
in their
not happening.
country.
It's not
It's not
happening.
happening.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
not reality.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you go to the CVS or the Rite Aid, you go to your grocery store and your favorite aisle is missing half of the items that you're used to seeing there, then in your little community, you will know that shit is getting hot in the city
Yeah.
because it's all trickles down like that, man.
Like I brought up that Italy thing that happened. That fool that set himself on fire. I brought
I
that
did-
up in the gym like a couple days ago, and some dude was like listening because like his ears perked up because I said Italy and he got family out there. And then he was like, he like 2 days later, 3 days later, he came up to me yesterday and goes, "Yo, like when you said something, when you said whatever you said to your coworker, that was the smartest shit I ever heard." And I was like, well, you got to understand, like, you don't know what's going on over there. Just because you see Italy and you see nothing but the tourist spots, you feel me? Like, it's glitz and glamour, it's beautiful water over the Mediterranean. Like, bro, you don't know what's going on in the slums. You don't even know if there are slums. You
Mm.
don't know, like, fool's parents could have died a week ago,
Mhm.
and that was the reason. That just set him off right before he got fired from his job over a vaccine mandate.
Mm.
Like, like, excuse my bad for saying the word the
Oh my
VN.
God, you should have
You
heard
know,
us a couple streams ago. We
I
said
know.
everything you're not allowed to say, and they didn't take that shit down. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just,
Mm.
like you don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
Mm-mm.
Like
Mm.
you gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. And you
Yeah.
can't sleep. Can't sleep.
And when
Like
we
I
say,
sleep, but
mm,
I ain't sleeping. I'm waking up every hour on an hour nowadays.
mm.
You
Yeah,
feel?
and
Yo,
people get it twisted. They think pay attention means watch the news. That's
oh yeah,
not what we're talking about at all, man.
you're not
Exactly.
watching it
No.
actually. So yo,
Exactly.
think about this. Uh, Imagine if people actually didn't watch TV. Would they even know that anything's going on? They wouldn't have
No,
a fucking clue. They wouldn't have a clue.
That's dumb.
It would be like nothing's happening, and that's how you know nothing's happening. If it's on TV, it's fake.
it's fake.
Period.
Oh, jeez. Like
Period.
one of my boys said some shit today. About the Joe Rogan thing. And I was
Mm.
like, I posted something up and I was like, yo, if they don't leave my boy Joe alone, like we really gonna have some problems. And then my boy,
Mm.
he's he's black, and so am I. But like, I just gotta put that out there. My boy goes, well, didn't he say the N-word like years ago? It's like if you don't fucking get your head out the liberal mindset
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
open the fuck up to what's really
What's
going
really
on.
going on? Right.
Like
You know what?
that's a
I don't even
damn word,
remember
bro.
that. I don't even remember that.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys a question about that because I've found myself particularly offended just because of my growth, my involvement in the culture and in the community. I kind of gained some of the ways that I think from how I lived, where I lived. And I was wondering, as a black man, okay, because I have always said black because that's what my black friends said. They said, don't
Hmm.
give me that African American bullshit.
Yep. Don't.
And for for Wales,
I'm American.
right. There it is.
Yeah.
So in Wales, being Latino, like, do you guys ever? I would wonder what it would feel like to have to live with that onus that's put on you. Like every motherfucker thinks like default, you're supposed to be in lockstep with
That
Democrat
bullshit.
left. Yeah,
Yep.
that Democrat left liberal,
That
like
bullshit,
blue
bro.
check bullshit.
Yep.
Like I would be so like, what the fuck box are you trying to put me in? Like,
Yep.
motherfucker, get the hell out of here.
Oh
I was
yeah.
talking to somebody
Recently,
about
I just
CRT, a
started
black
to.
guy to CRT about CRT with a black man the other day, and he was going off about it. You know, if you took away the window dressing,
Right. You can
you
tell
think
it's
you would,
bullshit.
yeah, you might think you were
Mhm.
talking to some Mississippi redneck trucker about CRT, but this man was like throwing down the gauntlet. He was so pissed. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Then, Wales, what were you
No,
saying?
Dolo was gonna talk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dolo.
Well, like that, I put myself in that thought process after this recent election. You know what I mean? Like before, when I was younger, it was like when Obama got like elected, like my parents was crying and shit, and I was just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I
Because
ain't
they would
even
just
gonna
believe
lie.
in the story, bro. That's all.
Change,
Yeah,
change has come. Change has come.
yeah,
Right.
and then like ain't shit happened. Like shit just
Mm.
got
All the
just as
motherfucking
worse.
same. Yep. It
You
got
know what I
worse.
mean?
Hey,
Shit
Yeah,
got
so
worse.
it's like
how many melanated, like brown skinned, shoeless motherfuckers on the other side of the planet died in that man's reign
and
from
oh my
drone strikes
god,
and shit? You know,
The most. The
jeez,
give,
most.
give
The
me,
most.
give me a
jeez,
fucking break,
The
yo.
most happened during his administration. Period.
yeah,
Fact. Not even opinion. Motherfucking fact.
Hmm. Yeah.
like
What's that
it's
guy's name? William
crazy.
Brennan, the drone king. He'd hit like weddings and shit. You know.
Hmm. Like, yo, it's a game. Like, people don't
Literally,
understand. People really don't understand. I was in the military. This shit is a game to these people
Hmm.
because they literally sit with a joystick in their hand. It's a fucking game.
behind the screen,
Wow.
Behind the
as
screen.
if
They're
they're
not out
playing
there in the
Call of Duty.
trenches, yo. They're not fucking outside eating bombs and bullets and dust. They're not eating shit. They're in a fucking AC'd room in a comfortable gaming chair, fucking
Yeah,
loaded up on caffeine and sugar,
Hmm.
chilling,
Hmm.
getting it in.
Get it in.
and
Yeah.
I ain't never served, not, and I just see the I see it through the way they set the games up. Like if
That's
you
right.
look at Call of Duty now, they're making it so that it is a simulator, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah,
So it's
a training program of sorts.
pretty much,
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not a
pretty much.
coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
No,
It is
it's
not a
not.
coincidence. And I'll tell you guys, as a former service member, those games are pretty good for training. Period. They
Mhm.
are.
I bet.
Uh, so much so that eventually, before I exited my time in service, the training was video game ish
Mhm.
Hmm.
at the time.
And it
So
desensitizes the young man, or, or
that's right.
woman to the
It's just
idea of taking a life. That's just
Yep.
some pixelated motherfucker down there, down the lane
well.
that,
Look,
you
you
just
gotta
got to pop
understand.
and
You gotta
done.
understand something, right?
All right.
Once you sign up, the fact that you might take a life is out this it's already baked in, bro. Like you gotta let that like that one gotta be let go. Yeah, that shit is
Mhm.
baked in because you just signed up to defend a line.
Mhm.
And no matter what the story is, once you're locked into that system, you can't just escape it.
Right.
Like I tried. Like as soon as I got in, I never thought I was gonna go to war. And I joined literally after 9/11, like a dumbass, knowing we was at war, but I still didn't. It was one of those things where it was like an out of body experience.
We
Like I,
talked about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I sit
Yeah.
here and think, like I think about it now, and it's like I hadn't, like I knew, but I didn't. You know?
Yeah, because you said you didn't quite understand the dynamic that these citizens were actually running that. You didn't get that part of the equation. You said, like,
Right?
when
Because
I
it was
asked you, like,
used
did
for
you
war.
realize that the bad men pick the mission? Call the
Right?
shots on that, and then you're there, like, I can't not follow this order. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
like, oh man,
It's crazy, right?
oh
But
god.
that's reality. Like think about that. That's reality, bro. You sign up to defend the Constitution, and you're not doing that. In fact, you're obliterating it.
And the crazier part about it is you're fighting, you're putting your life on the line for people that don't even understand that there is a like they know there's a constitution, but they don't know what the fuck it is.
Mm, mm.
They don't even
Well,
care about it.
No, they don't care. I've said they
what I'll
wouldn't they
say is
wouldn't piss
that,
on your body if you were on fire more than that.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, what I'll say is
Yeah,
that they don't
shit.
care about it, and in fact, if it was up to them, they would disintegrate it, and we would just be living like China. Dead ass. That's their goal,
And the
right?
crazier part about it is the people that are living the best, I'm not gonna say it's all, but most of the people where I'm at are Cantonese, Chinese. They're living
But
off retirement
you live in
fine.
Cali. You live in Cali though, right?
I'm on the east right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, and they living fine. They're cool and running up that retirement. You know what I mean? But
Right.
then you got Caucasians and blacks that barely, I don't even see blacks really pulling into the gym that I'm at. I see more Caucasians, Asians,
Right.
and the Caucasians are bitching about how the
Boss.
prices are,
Right.
you
So
know? So
so
it's like
how does that happen, right? That's the question, basically. Right. And it's very simple. And I talk about it all the time, but let me be a little more detailed in this sense. Capital flows, right, to where it can earn the most return. Simple. That's all I've been saying. Capital goes to where it's treated best, and that's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, or actually for the past 50, 60 years, or 70, China has been the recipient of the majority of capital flows. Starting in the 50s, really, Asia in general has been the recipient of the majority of capital flows. That means that the biggest returns from that point in time to present day can be found in those regions in terms of investment, right? And this is why when you look at what China did over the past 20 years, all they did was keep their social credit system, keep their communist state, and open it up
yep,
economically.
Right.
That's all they did.
Right.
Because they're more
and
liberal.
watch capital flow right in
Yeah.
And not have no
and
unions.
export
Yeah. They don't got no
and
unions and none of that
transport
shit.
shit
That's
out.
right. Yep.
It's funny to bring it a little closer to home. I was speaking to the 12-year-old about a dynamic that exists that I've noticed in all my years of like, it's like black folks and white folks are the two like most fucked up. Like whenever there's like these certain situations, like for example, we
They
were
fight
speaking.
against each other.
Well, yeah, and each other's also. It would be the slice of the population that will have certain dynamics that occur in maybe domestic situations, for example, that you won't really see in other groups. But what I was speaking to my eldest about was actually this idea that I saw with the Koreans that I thought was admirable, which was that they had the Kai, and you'll see it with Hindu, the Hindu Indian folks and all these other cultures, right? You'll have, like, for example, maybe a no interest loan that comes from the cluster of the families that the young couple can take out to do their shit. The only two groups of people that don't have nothing like that are the American white folks and the American black folks.
Black folks.
All,
yeah.
you know what I mean? All the other groups of people, they seem to have these inbuilt systems
Well,
of
you look at
kind of lifting each
the
other up. You
you
know,
look at the Indians, and they keep it family.
yes,
You look at Mexicans, they keep it family.
family.
Right.
Some of them are starting to spread. You know what I mean? If you go to
Mhm.
the West Coast, starting to spread a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I mean,
then,
after you get so big, you can expect that.
yeah, exactly. But then
That's a
it's
tragic thing when they get Americanized, man. I've seen
Yeah.
yeah,
beautiful
That's
bro.
what it
It's
is. Ultimately,
I
here,
saw
crazy.
some
yeah.
This
beautiful
shit
African girl in my life, man. She got over here once she got them American values for about 2 months, man.
It's a
All
wrap.
that beautiful shit she brought to the table was right
disappeared.
out the door, man. Right
Mhm.
out the door.
Usually how it works, bro. Because what it is that you get to be lazy with your morality.
Mm.
hmm
You don't gotta have standards. You don't gotta do nothing. You just gotta be, pop culture, and that's it. Problem solved.
And that shit got no standard.
Zero. That's the whole point of it.
No,
The whole point of pop
no.
culture is to make a whole bunch of, NPCs that are,
Degenerates.
yeah, a whole bunch of degenerates, and
Oh my
in the
God.
most negative way you can take the word.
Yes. Did you see that Zero Hedge article in the last few hours about how the metaverse is already pedophiled up and down, man?
No.
Oh
Nope.
my God. It's scary as shit, dude. Like,
Case closed. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat.
That's my boy.
okay, yeah,
Word.
Dolo.
What's up? Make them beats. Hey, yo, link up. Yo, Thoth, you and Case definitely talk.
Let's do it.
Boy, make some music, bro.
Is he
Make some music.
can I find him on Twitter or Telegram?
Yeah, I'll send you his stuff.
Man, that's beautiful. Yeah. I had a whole career, man. I went on extended sabbatical because, kids. kind of thing. I'm getting back in now though a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good. That's life, bro.
Yeah, this is a good one. Racism is a construct, right? I mean, if you think about when racism really became popularized in America,
Oh yeah.
it was that one movie. What's the name of it? Fuck, I can't remember. It's like a 1920s movie. Fuck. Uh, Damn it. I can't remember the name of that thing to save my life
You ain't
now.
talking about Reefer Madness, where your white
No, no,
daughter's
no,
gonna
no,
start
no,
playing
no.
the congas if
Not,
she
not
smokes the
Reefer
devil
Madness.
weed, right?
No, not Reefer Madness. Birth of a Nation. That's it.
Oh, that yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, brother.
Dude,
Yeah.
live chat is really intelligent today. I
Oh
have to
man,
say
we got
that,
the
man.
best
Like this
guest.
Always
is
are.
really
Not just
smart.
Oh man,
today.
Yeah.
Always.
No, I'm
always.
saying exceptionally so, you know.
Yeah, always though. I mean, again, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. The quality that we see in our community is just gonna outstrip everybody else. It's just the way it
Yep.
is. Nature of the beast, man. Appreciate you,
Yep.
brother. Appreciate you. Nature of the beast. My favorite kind of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Oh
kind of
man.
clear-minded since the beginning of the year. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but eating that raw liver had me high as a motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
Damn.
That shit had made me feel like I smoked 3 blunts.
That's what you said. Wow.
I had
Crazy.
mad energy the next day though. Crazy amount.
Boy, I ran like 15 miles. Man. I don't even know what happened. Just said fuck it, did a marathon.
Yeah.
Wales, are you still running, man? Are you still getting your jog on?
I don't usually run that much in the winter. I do more jump rope and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, smart man.
I got to
It
get back
ain't
on a
worth it right
protocol,
now.
man. I was doing physical labor work for so much of the last, 12 years that I just keep finding the excuse my ass to get whooped carrying double sheets of drywall. And
Yeah,
I'd be like, I ain't fucking going to the gym after that shit,
You
but
better start bench pressing that drywall.
some,
yeah, right.
yeah. And this is ultimately what all of these tactics are, right?
There it is.
They're already
That's
just
kindergarten 101 level Sun Tzu, baby.
That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
I mean, I've streamed with all types of people in this community. I've talked with all types of people in this community. We're all types of people in this community. We all add value in our own unique way. We all want to be here and choose to be here. So we all belong here. That simple.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
And show us how you belong here, right?
That's
Yep.
it.
It's
What we
crazy because like you see how I got Stevie to pop in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I know he's probably thinking like, damn, I got too much money tied into this NFT shit. And that's the burden that you gotta carry with ETH right now. You got
Yeah.
your shit tied up. You have to eat the bullet right now, bro. And it's not just you, it's not just him, there's a lot of people I know that are, hey bro, eat that bullet. You feel
Yep.
me?
Yep. And that's it. This is another great comment. There's nothing else. Literally. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
because if we stop looking at that, there's only probably about what at the end of the day, like 10,000 of the social architects, and there's like 8 billion of the rest of us. Oh man, they don't want us looking
Literally.
they don't want us looking that direction because the
No.
day we do as a species,
It's
game
game
Oh my
over.
over.
god.
It's game over. You can't stop them. Can't
Yep.
stop us.
Well, I think we all tend to believe that day's humming coming at you,
I think
no
so,
matter
yeah.
what.
I
You know,
think so. I mean, you got to kind of look at that. Look at where we're starting now, right? We started with, in our lifetime, think about this. Now, think about this. In our lifetime, we started with racism,
Hmm.
okay? Sexism has always been a thing. That was before us, so that's not new. Racism is new, okay? It's hard to believe, but it is. It's new. When you
Mad new.
read, when you read actual primary source information, right? Racism was not a thing. It's just now that it's a thing where it
Mm-hmm.
permeates
True.
every facet and
Right.
orifice of everything in society. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
because that's
it's
what they want.
idiotic.
Yeah,
Idiotic.
it's beyond idiotic.
I used to be focused on it. I really did.
do.
As a you told me about your experience, Wales.
Yeah.
It really touched me, man. And it was like, as this white kid who's emulating every facet of like black culture, as I was between the ages of 16 and whenever I got a little bit more authentic, I guess, because I was like a jazz fucking guitarist, I mean,
Right.
what? Like, there's jazz without the black man in America, and I'm in hip hop up all day long. All my heroes
Jazz
are
is just
black,
an
black, black,
extension.
and
Hip hop is just an extension of jazz.
The jazz.
I
Yeah.
Rap is
do
an
agree.
extension of jazz.
I do
They're all
agree.
the same.
And the point is like, now in my journey, I see so crystal clear that it's just this game of fucking shades of Crayola fucking colors. Like,
That's
it
it.
is the silliest shit. And the fact
Makes
that
no
we
sense.
fixate on it so goddamn much
It's
is such a
disgusting.
waste. It's just a
It's disgusting.
waste of our energy.
It's so
man.
disgusting. Just me thinking, bro, about how I used to think about that. It just makes me tired. It's like exhausting. Like I can't believe
Oh,
I
you mean
wait.
like how you used to think, or
Yeah,
how I got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Like how I used to think the man used to keep me down, type shit. Like I can't believe I used to put energy into that thought.
On God, I feel you.
Yo, how
I
fucking
feel that.
sick is that?
That's what I was saying. I said that's why the hex thing in Las Vegas fucked you up, probably.
Yeah, bro.
Because there's like hundreds and hundreds of these fucking crack ass white people that like authentically,
It
genuinely
wasn't
love
even
you,
just
and you're
Yeah.
like,
white,
what is
bro. It was
going
just
on?
everybody. It was just everybody being themselves. It wasn't even
Yeah,
just the fact that it was white, the fact that
yeah,
it was black,
yeah.
Asian, whatever. It was just
Beautiful.
everybody was just
Just living.
regular,
That's
bro.
what it is,
Just
man. It's
regular.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Everybody was just having a good time. Nobody gave a fuck, old, young, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody was just chilling, man, being themselves. And you can't ask for anything more.
Yeah.
Period.
Facts.
Siku.
Facts.
Period. Like I was so elated. Like that experience changed my life. Like you can't tell me a motherfucking thing now. Nothing.
Mm.
Because I know exactly what's going on. I was there. I saw it real time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has a clue what's happening. Very few of us actually do.
Yo,
And that's
man,
crazy.
you want some math? You want to really know what it is? You want some math on it for real? All right, I'm gonna blow y'all's minds here, right? If if a child is born, okay, and that child has any visually detectable levels of the melanin going on there in our culture, that child has always historically been called a black child.
Right.
That's an African child,
Mm-hmm.
African American child. That's a black child, right? Now, guess what? Are you ready? We got mamas who is half Sicilian. Okay. My mom's DNA test. She's half Sicilian, half Scotch Irish. We got the DNA test. Guess what, motherfuckers? Yeah, that's right. I'm
Yeah.
African. I am
Right.
fucking African. I like to tell
Facts.
the story that my great, 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 great grandmother fell in love with a Barbary pirate. But, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the
Man,
day,
it's funny.
okay, Kyler, there it is, Kyler, right? Oh, you
Yeah.
cracker ass white boy, right?
Right.
I mean, it's like it's
Like
absolutely
you just
ludicrous.
That's
pick how you look.
yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm
Exactly.
gonna go on ahead and throw these dreads on real quick. Or I'm gonna go on ahead and
Like
throw on this
Yeah,
straight
for your
hair with some
identity.
waves and shit. I'll be right
like the
back.
day the day I met Kyler, I didn't think he had a black dad, bro. On
Why
God, I
would
did
you think
not
that?
think that.
Yeah.
Why would you think that?
I'm looking straight. I'm obviously you can't judge the book by its cover,
Right.
right?
And that's
Right.
my point because
That's the
look,
point.
You know what
look
I
at the
mean?
labels.
So
Look at
it's
the
like,
labels. You got to have the
yeah,
visual thing going on, and then you're black. Like,
Right.
yeah,
why? Like, we have to know who all the black people are, man. Like, my God,
We gotta
it's
label these
wild.
motherfuckers.
it's asinine.
It's
It's
We
wild.
gotta put them in a motherfucking
just
plastic
That's why
saran
I
wrap.
say that's why I say
Yeah,
Crayola, man. Just line them all up from the darkest
yeah,
to the most albino fucking
Holy
one. Just line them all up. Look how
yeah,
beautiful. Look how
yeah.
beautiful that looks. That's
Man,
what it
it's
is,
just
man. Ain't
it's
nothing.
just
Even it's just features, bro.
that's
People
it.
see
Yeah.
features and then they just
They think it means
that's all
something.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Think it means something, but at the end of the day, nobody actually cares. What people
Ex-
care about is, who are you?
people care about up and to the right, bitches.
That's it. Who are you? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Do you profess to be a character, a person that's serious, a person that's not, a person that's just having a good time, a person that's here to share information, a person that's just making memes? Like, who the fuck are you? That's on you.
Exactly.
It ain't on
Yep.
nobody else, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And these are the things that people gotta understand. You got to really understand that. That's how you take the power of your life back. You know, and I talk about that shit all the time because I love talking about it because that is what I did. No matter what, no matter who, no matter how, no matter why, no matter anything, I know I always have control. And
Mm-hmm.
nobody can really ask for more. You know, I cannot complain. If I'm having a bad day, it's because it's something I decided to make it like that. I made that decision, and I'm okay.
Liberating, man. That kind of
Yeah,
responsibility taking is
that's right.
liberating.
That's right. I take full responsibility for how I'm doing, no matter what. If somebody asks me how you doing, I could be having the shitty. I be ready to kill. I could be fucking 10 G's in the hole. Nobody's ever gonna know why because I made that decision
Yep. Facts, Marcavelli.
and I own it, and that's it. You know what I'm
God, I
saying?
hate to look away from the chat for even a second tonight, man. It's
Yeah,
just
man,
been
it's
popping.
ridiculous.
And
Yeah,
Terrafin
we
earlier, I
weren't
forgot.
even gonna talk about any of this, but it just went here.
Well, yeah, and I was thinking,
Yeah, my bad, my bad. You
No, no, no,
know,
no,
I
no. It was
popped
before you
in.
even caught. It was before you even jumped on, bro.
No, I know. I was
cathartic.
listening. I was
Yeah,
listening. That's why
Think cathartic.
as soon as Thought said, "Hey yo," and then you said, "I haven't seen Dolo in a minute." I was like, "Man, I'm just chilling, man. I've been
yeah,
working like a
just chilling.
motherfucker."
Yeah, yeah,
You know, so it's
Tonight's got some cathartic shit, man, and it
yeah,
happens organically, you know.
yeah.
Up here,
I mean,
beautiful.
it's again, you know, people. I think, my opinion here. I think people are just trying to live. I think that people take a lot of things a little too seriously to the point that it causes them to take the wrong things into consideration, right?
yeah. Well, my bad for cutting you on that. I
Go
got
ahead.
to because
You got to, yeah. That's why I shut up. Go ahead.
the fact that this whole shit is about and I'm talking about pulse chain, dog, and pulse X. The whole reason most of us are even like, obviously, it's for the gains. A lot of people are here for the gains, but it's freedom of fucking speech, dog, and
Woo-hoo.
freedom of assembly. I had
Yeah.
an argument. I wasn't even having an argument. I brought it up in the pulse chain chat in the
Mm.
Telegram because you know you can't talk about this shit on big platforms like this because then you get shut down.
Right.
And fools, somebody went off, bro. I don't give a fuck about them. Is out in Africa and blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, then why the fuck are you even sacrificing your money? Like, I know you here for the gain, so you're gonna be one of them plebs to let go of the bag early.
Mhm.
I hope you don't got a big ass bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad you fucking sacrificing late.
And I
You
hope
know,
that when it does the 20x, you get your jelly ass hands the fuck out.
the fuck out. Yeah, because I'm not here for that bullshit. I'm here because of the whole thought process that Richard is come up with. You know, let's rewrite the Constitution,
Yeah.
basically, on the blockchain, on the internet, because the shit is written out like bullshit in the first place. Like, it's not. It's just people look at it as bullshit. And you brought it up the day, another day during Kinetic stream, the wake up, the Good Morning Hex stream. I can't remember, but the discourse. Yeah, that shit had me. I was like, finally somebody said this shit. Like, it
Oh,
is
we
for
talked. Wales and I talked right
everybody.
after that. I know what you're talking about.
Like, this shit is for everybody. If you born in this fucking country, bro, like, stop thinking that you're not American. Like,
That's it.
everybody's fucking American.
That's
Stop
it.
thinking that it doesn't it doesn't belong to you. You feel? So it's like that shit. And I still didn't screen record it, and I said I was because I need to repost that. That was that end of that stream was lit,
Yep.
bro.
Yeah.
He said, "Let me talk. Let me talk for a second."
Right.
Hey guys, I got a mic drop on this whole topic from Sir Edward's Trichrome, and if you guys know anything about your body, Okay, your pineal gland and what it's there for. Trichrome says, the third eye has its own melanin. It's different from the
I didn't
pigment
even know
color.
that.
Just
Facts.
saying, real talk. There you go.
Facts.
Well said.
I mean, this is the thing about life, right? Like, there's so much we don't know. Why are we acting like we are not doing the following on the screen?
Hmm.
Right? We are all free. We're all able to win for free. All we gotta do is decide to win. Literally, that's all we gotta do. You know how
Yeah.
easy this shit is, bro? Like, and we are typically on the same page. Like, I've never been a part of a group of human beings where we're typically on the same wavelength. It's fucking ridiculous.
With
We are
different
in touch.
ages.
Yep.
We are in
Different
touch with
ages.
this sovereign autonomy that you are born with.
Correct.
We are probably going to talk a
We're
lot
probably
about.
aliens, bro.
We're probably going to talk a lot about the Constitution
I
and the
stick
Bill
by
of
that.
Rights. We're going to talk
Oh,
about the
facts.
Constitution and the
Hell
Bill of
yeah.
Rights tonight. But the fact of the matter is that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights don't give you nothing that you are not born with.
That's
That
right.
you
Born
don't
with.
It just puts
have.
it on paper. That's all.
Yep.
Just so a
Mhm.
motherfucker can read it and act like they didn't know it wasn't there. That's all that shit is for.
Yeah, that's where it's going tonight.
That's
Outrageous.
all.
You're gonna
It ain't
learn how
nothing
many
special.
ways these motherfuckers can act stupid.
That's right. Like, people act like that shit is really, it's not supposed to define anything. It already is. That's what inalienable means, motherfucker. It is.
Whoa, he just said it. There it is. Inalienable means that, man.
Inalienable means it
And the
is.
fact that somebody can say on television, "Oh, we're trying to see how far we can push
Yeah.
you past your like push you to the limit on your rights," is
Yep.
outrageous. And then could
It's
still
ridiculous.
walk
Yeah.
away.
Like nothing. Like
Nothing.
nothing.
Mm.
Like
And it's only
nothing.
because it was a female that said it. That's why we let it slide, right?
Yo,
Like,
I don't
oh
even
my
know.
God.
But I can't. I hope I can cause some effect in that realm, because boy, I got some plans. Tell you what, fingernails, all
I
that
hope.
pulling. Oh
I
yeah,
hope.
pain is something I'm good at, because them motherfuckers earned it. Straight up, they earned it.
That shit is wild.
Like, what they've done to people, yo, disgusting.
And
I
then
mean,
they're
look,
just like, oh,
and they
well, now it's
continue.
just the flu. It's just the flu.
Just the flu. Now it's just the flu. Now
Oh
you need to
my
check if you got the
God.
flu, just like I told y'all, because I never lie and I do my due diligence. So let's see what nonsense they got going on here. So
Yeah.
today,
Drum roll.
or yesterday,
Worse. Even worse.
even worse, rulemaking is proposed SEC rule with no mention of crypto, a threat to DeFi. A 600-page document proposes changes to the definition of an exchange that could extend to include DeFi protocols. Now,
Good luck, motherfuckers.
while that's all fine and dandy, we got to really think out loud here.
What's the definition of DeFi?
Yeah, fuck if I know. But this is the funny thing. They're going to be changing definitions. Isn't that interesting how time and time again these motherfuckers think they can just change the
They
definition?
moved the goalposts.
Word.
They did it all through
This reminds me of
C19.
this
They just
thing.
moved the fucking goalposts every
This
time it
reminds
doesn't
me,
suit them.
yeah, this reminds me of this fucking thing called market cap. Oh, I think I just shat on somebody a while back about that,
Mm.
or a few people. And I will continue to do so every motherfucking time it suits me, because this is the shit I'm fucking talking about.
Mhm.
You don't get to change the definition, motherfucker.
That's right.
It is what the
What
fuck
it is.
Oh my God. They just pulled that shit with herd immunity and all them other terms,
the
man.
fuck.
They
Yo,
just
they
like,
changed the definition of vaccine. They changed the definition, all kinds of shit.
yeah.
Mandate. I'm pretty sure people just didn't even know the definition of mandate in general.
No,
They thought it was law.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Most motherfuckers don't even understand regulation don't mean law.
That shit amounts to maybe a recommendation. And in my book, it amounts to get fucked.
And they get amounts to just ignore it. That's all. Like, not even acknowledging the shit. So, what are these clowns saying? They're going to change the definition of what an exchange is,
Mhm.
so that they can then make DeFi protocols, which I mean, I'm guessing they mean like AMMs, are part of that subset.
Hey,
That's
Wales,
what
can
I
I
hear.
just make the observation that nowadays it just seems like it's every other week.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like
tired
the
of talking
next
about
one
this shit.
in about a week or two, we're going to get one. The whole article and description of what they got up their sleeve is going to say we have to shut off the fucking internet globally. You know,
That's
I
only
don't
gonna
really
last
know.
for
You
If
guys,
they're gonna do that, they might as well do that instead of just coming up with Babylon.
well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Like,
then there goes their Internet of Things, and when they're done with their Internet of Things, there goes they. So they're
yup.
kind of in a rock and a hard place. These motherfuckers.
Now, I want to take a moment to fucking harp on this comment because I say this shit at least once a day. Now, let me read this out loud. My
Mm.
family ran away from Iran to be done with all the BS the government would do over there. Put the people would over there, put the people through, put the people through over there. Now I realize it's just the same thing with governments all over the world.
Everywhere.
Correct. You
Facts.
fucking nailed it. And
This
this
is
is
why I'm just
exactly
like, we
why.
got to do it where we're at, man,
That's right.
because there's nowhere to run.
There's nowhere to go.
Nope.
Nowhere to go. You must stand up. The time for running is long over.
Mhm.
As a first generation American, I complain to my mom all the fucking time that they came here and that they did not stay in our country to shut shit the fuck down. Because that is exactly what has America in the situation that it's in now. A bunch of complacent motherfuckers that think there's nothing to do. And
Hmm.
now they're fucking finally realizing, oh, this motherfucker tried to put it in my ass. Hold up.
There it
Well,
is.
it's already there. I'm
It's
sorry.
already there. Exactly. You took the
It's
word
how
right out
deep
my
is it
mouth,
gonna
bro.
go?
That's
Oh,
right.
woo.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Mm.
At this point, time to start pulling that thing out.
Damn.
You know
God
what I'm
damn.
saying? Like, that's where we at. Pull it out. Stop playing games.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
this is exactly what's going on. Come on.
Yeah,
And they
true.
hoping you eat enough of their information and shit it out the other side.
That's right.
Mm.
But what we doing over here, we reading it, we dissecting it, and we shitting on it. That's what we doing because that's what we do. Because we don't got time to be playing no motherfucking games. Wales ain't playing no game. Ain't nobody over here playing no games. We getting these monies, and they're gonna have to bow down because we have real money printers. They have limited lifespans. We have at least three of theirs, and that's what they don't know. I just told them that.
I
It's
feel
their
you, T-Bird. T-Bird said, most recent comment.
Mm.
If Hexicans really care about sovereignty, we'd get serious about setting up our
Setting up
own
our sovereign
It
sovereign
sounds
jurisdiction.
government.
good.
Yep.
And here again, it sounds good. But
Mm.
again, there is nowhere to go run. It's not about running somewhere and setting up some little fucking playground. Yeah, we're gonna
Nah,
have our own playground, but
you just gotta have the capital for it.
everywhere will be free for us to roam. That
Yeah,
is the fucking goal. I'm not
that is
having this
right.
fucking jurisdictional bullshit.
Because
I'm
guess
fucking
what?
done.
The second that you set
I'm
up
done
those
with that shit.
borders,
Yeah,
the
fuck
second you
that.
set up those borders, you better have a goddamn intimidating
That's
and
right.
working military
I ain't
because
got
they're
time
going to
for
come try and take whatever the fuck you build. I always say when you're building, you have to be ready to defend whatever you build or someone will take it.
that. That's it.
Now
Simple as
what?
that.
Now what if it's set up by people that have already served? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would that even work? If it's already set up, if you set up your own, and most of the people that are helping set up that own serve, and their families are looking at them. Some of their young ones in the families are looking at them like, oh, I can't fight them. That's my family. I gotta be on their side. Like, what kind of bullshit?
Well, that's a
Hey,
decision. See, this is the thing. That's what they're doing to families at this point in time. They're dividing them. It's about divide and conquer once again.
hey, one of my teachers is in here too. I refer to her all the time. ISIS is one S one S one
Mm,
S. You know, she's
I remember her.
responding now. She's responding now to the T-Bird thing, but she's talking about it from the angle
Legally.
of where you're at,
Yeah.
right? Where you're at physically right now. Go on ahead and declare your status, she says. Correct the record. You got personal management associations, trusts, 508s, okay? Divestment. Divestment. I mean, as Wales says, this is a hard one to go down the rabbit hole, because once we start talking about this, we're really starting to get into
really just be another 4 hours of just that.
Yes, absolutely. And we're getting there, right? I mean, we are on a trajectory to get there for sure. Like, and I mean, talking about it and getting proactive with folks. But I think it's an order of operations, as I've said, in Hexaco, because that's what my little, you know, as I was telling you earlier, and I actually did show this to her too, you know, it's like, that's the purpose of this right here. These pie charts is kind of the order of the operations for this.
We got to just reverse engineer it. We already got Hexaco. We already got it. All we got to do is stand it up.
Yes.
If you don't have a community, you don't have anything. So we already have Hexaco. It's important people realize that.
And the Kyler's comment, bro, to be honest, like, we're at the point where we can, in certain states, you are allowed to 3D print your own shit. So, like, understand that.
I don't understand the word allowed, sir. I'm gonna need you to speak English to me.
Very true. Very true. Depending on where you live and what VPN you got, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
You just said it too. She just said we all have more power than we realize. And I would, you know, posit a lot of us, we have more power than we're willing to like stand up and claim.
100%.
And be responsible for.
I know I'm even in that camp. Yeah. I mean, you know, people just want to be chilling. You know, they don't want to be doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I'd rather be watching TV right now, like ignoring life.
And the time's coming that if you want to have the attitude that you don't want to be doing shit, then you ain't going to have shit. You know, kind of thing.
Exactly.
I mean, yo, there was a point in time where I wasn't anybody. I was just some guy watching YouTube. That was my life. Just playing on the internet, watching YouTube. That's it.
Bro, you're the reason why I came on fucking stream, bro. And I was scared to even come on stream in general. My bad, I'm eating something. But
my misophonia is gonna kick in.
Time, man. You ain't got no problem with me.
Terrapin said earlier, you want to fucking drive thoughts how crazy y'all should both start eating. I'm gonna jump out the fucking window right now. I'll be back.
My bad.
You gotta eat. Just
it's
fucking
facts,
mute your goddamn microphone.
It's facts, bro. It's facts, though. Like,
I love it. I love it. Keep it coming.
That's
give him the goods. Give him the goods. 508C1A.
She does.
Now I gotta go do my research.
I call her my teacher, man.
Yeah, that's it. Great comment, T-Bird. This is right. And we're not just more powerful than we imagine. We're more powerful than we can imagine. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, man.
I don't know, man. Yeah, some people are capable, like right? That's perfect, Bitfin.
Yeah,
that is perfect.
Yeah,
that is perfect.
What's this? Mukbang. Welcome to the Wales Mukbang show. I don't know what mukbang is.
Mukbang.
We'll take it.
Damn, my man just gave me a music project name idea. I like that. Mukbang. Mukbang. The Mukbang Collective.
Oh man. See? Now it's just easy peasy 1, 2, 3. Because we all human, man. You know what I'm saying? We are all human. Like,
I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. You feel me? I'm learning more shit than I did in school. Bro, come on.
Yeah, I mean, yo, it's funny, man. I know I teach a lot of people a lot of shit, but I have learned a lot too because I started streaming really to learn more than anything else. Because my only intention was to make that first stream, that one video, and that was it.
Yeah, he says that, and then episode number 2 was 7 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, I forgot all this other shit. Hold on.
Classic.
10 hours later.
Classic. Fucking classic.
Yeah, but that's how, and then if you really think about it, that's how technology draws you.
Yeah.
That's how these systems draw you.
So
Once
slow.
you start, you don't want to be half-assed,
Nah, you can't be. You want
especially with eyes
100%.
looking.
Yeah. You really gonna want to put like every set of eyes you can possible on it, right?
Yeah,
Like I feel like I took as many different types of vantage points as possible trying to understand what was going on in Hex. I mean, I literally I found it in the end of October. Nobody knew who I was. Like I wasn't even on Twitter till December. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just watching from afar. I wasn't like interacting with people or nothing like that really until December 2020. And really, I didn't do a stream until the end of January 2021. So I've only really been around for a year and change.
you know.
Like I'm brand new. I don't consider myself an OG. I mean, it's funny. It sounds funny to some people, but it's true. You know, I've only been around since day 330. So I
Yeah,
ain't.
I always had that conception like you were this more ancient warrior than I am. But if you're 330 and I was 420, what's that make? It's like same
90,
generation
yeah,
almost.
90
Yeah,
days,
pretty
bro.
much.
That's 3 months. That ain't a long time.
Damn.
You
90 days is not a long time. I mean,
no,
that's the
it's
only
not.
difference. Yeah. When'd you get in, Dolo?
Shit. Right before during the middle of the pump last year.
Ah,
That
okay.
big ass pump.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
from
nice.
May to September, that big pump. So
Wow.
like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
probably like June or some shit. A
Yeah.
lot of people got in June, July.
I was the end of towards the middle of May.
Middle May,
I
okay.
lacked. I was told to buy during the beginning of April's pump and not the beginning, but while Bitcoin was dumping and the shit started moving, I was
Right.
told to buy, and then I was like, but it's too high. And then the
That shit
bitch
kept
kept
going.
the bitch kept going. I was like, what the hell going on over
Yeah.
here?
Hey, Dolo, Kyler says you were in May. You guys were in May.
Yeah. We were.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Man, I wish I could have found, whatever. Let me stop lamenting. You know what I'm saying? It's nice enough to be
Like
I have a nice size bag. It's cool. You know?
look at the size of that fucking pump, man.
Yo, this is crazy, son. Yo, literally. Stop.
I keep thinking of that Nagabo shit. I can't get that Nagabo shit out of my head. I go to the store and the price went up.
Price went up. Taking a shit.
The price went
Going
up.
back.
Make
Price
some
went up.
food. Price went up.
I mean, look at this, man. What is wrong with people? People forget. It's funny how easily people forget.
Yeah. And you know, all the detractors and the haters of this shit, dude, it's like, when are you going to admit it? Just like what? What's it going to take? You know,
Shit.
like it's done. It's been established. Admit defeat. Move on.
You got that one kid today who's circulating all over Twitter. Yeah, fucking, I'll tell you why Hex is a scam. Then like, Richard Hart the GOAT, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I just like to watch. Like, like man, if you don't take your weird ass somewhere,
Yo, go learn something, bro.
you know how many people you done fucked? Like, come
Damn,
on, off
man.
your words, bro.
Just being a liar, bro. Omitting information.
Mhm.
Just omitting
Because
information.
I have so little respect for all those people that
Oh
I
yeah,
really
there's no way I
I've
could
been.
never respect any of them. No way.
Well, I'll tell you what, I bent over backwards. I tell it all the time. That was 8 original emails that I took the time to share. And if I picked you and you got that shit and I gave you that, and then you did one web search and you formed your whole opinion off that one web search when I just gave you 8 emails worth of reasons and ways and hows.
Crazy.
Fuck you, man. Fuck off. Go then. Fine. Believe whoever you want to believe, dude.
That's
Just
crazy.
understand, I
That's
have
crazy.
pain from January 29th of 2021. I remember the day I saw Hex.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Think about when I fucking said I got in.
Yeah, bro. That's 5 whole fucking months, man.
Think about a damn t-shirt at that price, and then now when
Look,
I
that
got
was
in, a
basically
t-shirt was damn near
dude,
10.
I think the 29th might have been my first stream, man.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah, bro.
crazy. And I've been told the whole time before that, when I was like, I got hit by a car and all that shit, and then they paid me 2 years later, right?
Damn.
Funny part is they paid me, and it was like 2 weeks after Hex even launched. Didn't even know that.
Ooh.
Then like a whole year went by.
Ah, I'm
I
so
was paying
sorry.
rent, all that shit. Then I fucking see. I was told the whole time, oh, when you get that money, put it in a certificate of deposit. Put it in a
Right.
certificate of deposit. Put it in, and come to find out, there's
What are the
fucking
odds?
crypto certificates of deposit.
Right.
Man, you fucking got me played out.
What are the odds?
Played my damn
You found
self.
the best one ever. And up to this date and point in time. I mean, what are the odds of that?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm dying over here. That's crazy coincidental, bro.
Oh yeah. And I was praying, bro. I was living in a car, bro. At a golf course. I was down bad, bro.
Damn.
Fucking working every
Wait,
day,
wait, wait.
5 a.m. at a
I'm
golf
sorry,
course.
Dolo, did you just join the homeless Hexicans enclave? Did you
Oh,
just? Did I
I've
just hear
been.
you say that?
Oh, I've
Oh
been.
no, I'm just saying because I love this. I wrote a blog. You're over in my powwow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
please,
I
by all
don't be
means.
popping in. I be popping in sometimes, because the work got me. I got too many clients
Yeah, no,
with
I
this
get it, dude.
gym shit.
I got 4 kids and 3 jobs. Who the fuck you talking to? Look, I just wrote a blog on the on homelessness, and it was inspired by the episode with Nagabo and me and Wales. And I said at the time, I said, "Damn, I wish Marco was here because he's somebody who admitted having had gone through that." So I get kind of like excited when I hear that another brother, had to go through that. Not that I'm happy that you had to suffer, but I'm saying,
Bro, it's
okay,
all good. I've
look at
been
it this way,
homeless
and
since
I'm
like
surprised
20.
I
I
didn't.
feel like I've been homeless since 17, to be honest.
Word. Well, look, so you know how it's like I have a magnetic resonance with motherfuckers who understand and know that kind of life experience, the pain, the confusion, and just the shit that's going on in your, not only in front of you and in your life, but in your psyche. And I was joking around in the blog, and I said, you know how they say some motherfuckers be having gaydar? I got homelessians. Like I could like look around and be like, my brothers. I'm surprised I didn't pick up on it with you, my brethren.
Nah, it's all good.
Oh my
But
God, I was homeless in Boulder, Colorado in the middle of winter. And then I was homeless in Florida in the spring. Which one you think I enjoyed better?
Yeah.
yeah,
It was heavenly being homeless in Florida.
I was homeless during the winter. I was living in my car during the winter,
Oh,
20, 2020.
oh.
Like
Damn.
I was,
Okay,
and I was
okay.
working. I was literally wake up, go to sleep. Fucking the day, like even I remember the day Kobe passed. Like I was on
Yeah.
the golf field, freaking cutting the fucking greens and the dew on the ground, smoking a blunt, and it was too foggy for me to even see what was going on. So like,
Oh,
yeah, that shit had me. Yeah, I was always the first one to start the coffee, all of that, bro.
right.
Mm.
Early
You
to be
Oh,
out
know.
there. I mean, it'd be that foggy.
look at it. Look at
Mm.
you didn't pack it in. You didn't pack it in. You didn't
Oh, I
give up.
couldn't.
You didn't sign off.
I was
Like
still
it's a
filming.
beautiful fucking thing, brother.
Yeah, I was
And
still skating,
A-Bit,
still filming, doing all that shit.
yeah, and A-Bit, the Hex Monkey, what you just brought up, A-Bit and I, when we had the Philadelphia road trip stop, okay, that I organized, and then the Crypto Sparbook crew and all them wonderful people like T Money from Freedom TV, Wildcard Rob, Black Sea Hexagon. I get to meet all these people. It was a lot of activity. And at one point, A-Bit and I kind of looked at each other, and he was like, I need to go get a pack of cigarettes. And I had known that he had gone through some things that I had gone through. So we ended up taking that walk, man. And when you get to have that heart to heart with somebody like that, and you kind of just get a different view, man, it was a beautiful moment, like with A-Bit, just understanding what he had been through, and you counterpoint it with where he is now. And you get so fucking proud, for him and for us and for this. And I
Oh yeah.
I love these stories, man,
Because it
because
doesn't seem real. The shit don't seem real. You like to get to this point, to get to that point where you find something that can actually fix and even your mental. You feel me?
Mhm,
Like
mhm, mhm.
it. it don't seem real, bro.
The implication of the word hope is always going to put it away from us and out in the future. It's going to project it right away. Hope. I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. There's a difference between the hope and then that fucking balls to the wall, boots on the ground action that changes the fucking shit for you. And when you get yourself going in that direction, that's one thing. But when you get yourself up in a tribe, in a clan of motherfuckers that overcame all this shit, right? And we're all going in that fucking direction. God damn, power.
Like, understand, I'm still sleeping on my mom's couch after a year and a couple months on a feathered couch, back fucked up, still waking up 5 a.m. to go work with clients, people, and for $6 a client. Like, I don't give a fuck that it's little. I'm still trying to bread as much as I can bread and still stack to that pocket. It's still stacked to that platter that I created in the first place. You know, so it's like like shit ain't done. The road is not done yet.
No,
The
but Dolo,
journey is still not done.
did you sacrifice for Pauls?
Hey, bro, don't worry about what I did. Worry about you, all right?
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know,
everybody gets everybody gets a second chance and a third chance here and there, you feel?
Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't realize that. You know, it's funny, when you think about it, you get chances all the time. Think about it. How many things have you fucked up where you dropped the ball that you couldn't have dropped the ball? You know, that's an opportunity that passed you by. You know, there's been many that I've had in my lifetime where that's the case. And yeah, just a little quick side note. There won't be any Hex Asians tomorrow, unfortunately. So just tune in the following Monday. But yeah, I do some good stuff there. If you guys, we stream during, I guess this is the winter solstice for at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, and then during the summer solstice, we stream at 9 a.m. during that period of time. So you guys be on the lookout for those stream links on Twitter. But shout out to Bifinex for that $20 super chat. And yeah, this is a true story. Every time I read this shit, it's exciting because I wish I could do that. Right? I mean, that's so smart. He's just trucking, getting paid, staking at Hex. I'm homeless. It's great. In the spring of 2020, I put all my belongings in storage, went back over the road to live in my tanker and stake Hex, and now I'm rich. Best trade I ever made. Damn right.
Lucky. I'm over here. I just lost all my shit in storage across
Get the fuck
across the dead ass. Lost all my shit, but it's material. I don't care. I can come back.
Yeah, but it's still annoying as fuck though.
Yeah,
Because now you gotta go replace all. I mean, this is the time you're gonna have to spend doing that shit.
Yeah, but that's material, bro.
Yeah.
And people gotta understand that.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
A
guys?
little bit.
I had to walk back to the studio area for this, and I mean, I'm not like here to call out Bit Finesse, man. I mean, this is an excellent man, an excellent Hexican. His story is inspiring, and I'll tell you what, it does sound good to shed that kind of weight. But I'm not trying to really take umbrage, but I just had to make the clear division between the homelessness that's part of maybe a psychological suicidal type of depression and an enabling homelessness or chosen. Okay. Like when something goes wrong and you ain't got no money and everybody's dead or out of your life, and you have that one argument with mom or your girlfriend or your roommate, and now there's nobody in your life, you got no money, and now it's cold and you're hungry. That's kind of different. And I don't mean any disrespect to Bit Finesse, but that's a different life experience.
Man, I don't know. You're just trying to elaborate. That's all.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty clear. I don't think anybody's misconstruing that message.
Right. Well, I just saw I'm homeless, and it's like, man, your homeless is the best, most empowering, cool ass homeless I've ever heard of.
And that's the whole point. But that's the whole point, right? A lot of people end up homeless for a lot of different reasons, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you know, sometimes you got to make that choice to just say fuck it. You know, because life batters you and it beats you down, and sometimes you need to recalibrate or find that ability to recalibrate. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody's got their own cross to bear. I know
Yeah.
that. I never claim that my
Yeah.
path was
Well,
any
no,
more
no.
horrific than anybody
It's a
else.
human path.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the thing that helps people relate is an understanding that we're all the same. You know, everybody ain't different. I mean, that was what really got me fucking riled up in Vegas, you know?
Mm.
Everybody was really similar in mindset, man. I mean, we're
Yeah,
all
that's
on the
cool.
same mission, bro. We really are
I can't wait to experience that, man. I mean, I
all on
got
the
a
same
taste
mission.
of it. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
got a
mean,
taste of it with Philly. Philly
yeah,
was only 30
that's
of us, though.
and that's a little. And imagine, you know how nice and gangster that was.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Imagine how much is gonna be when it's hundreds of people.
Shit, look at LA right now.
Thank you. Bit Finesse, man. What a gentleman. My man. Big up.
Yeah, I
Big
mean,
up. Big up.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I thought it was good, you know.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
my
And
mom
again,
over
this is
here throwing
this
boxes
is
and shit.
and this is the whole point, right? Homeless with money is amazing versus homeless broke or fuck you can suck ass. I mean, that's the whole point. You know, we all out here just trying to find our way, and sometimes you know speed bumps happen, and that's what being homeless is. And when you're looking at this chart that I got up right here, what you can see is that Hex did a literal 256x from what is that? The payday low to the September high. So how about that? Nice little pump, right? Can't beat
Little.
that.
Well, shit, and after the next one, it's gonna look little.
yo,
Ain't gonna lie.
yo. Let's go to V1, bro, because people don't understand. Ooh, I love talking about that because it's gonna be nasty. You know, and it's already setting up. You can already see it on this chart. You know, this is 1, 2. I mean, we keep making these higher lows every time. What do you think that means? You know, you can't expect the market to just randomly change. I mean, it's not how it works. It's just going to continue doing the same thing. That's exactly why it was designed to do that, man. You know, I mean, like that's literally how it's designed to work. That's why the T-shirt is there to ensure that these dips are always successively higher and never lower. So market structure is balanced in the right direction. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's like it's kind of like a scale, right? And the market is always tilted in the staker's direction. I mean, you can't lose if you staking. You know, if you're not staking, you're taking a hit. You know, you might be doing all right with the price appreciation, but you know that's not permanent.
Facts.
Yeah, that ain't permanent.
Even
You
with the
like
liquid you got sitting there.
that's right. You're gonna sell that shit at some point. You're gonna be too
Unless,
easily
or you're gonna stake it, or you're gonna
or
have to lock it up and be like, I need more. Instead, if
yeah,
I can't buy the dip, I'm gonna let this shit buy the dip for me.
that's right. Something you gotta do something, don't you? I feel like you gotta do something, and that's the whole point, right? Like, why wouldn't you? And that's why staking is that thing. It already eliminates the need to have to do anything. You just live it. You don't gotta worry about nothing. You know how can you be mad at that? It's a beautiful thing.
That shit is wild.
Yeah, bro. I mean, how could you not want to enjoy that? I mean, you just making money because the chart looks like this. No matter when you get in, it's gonna do this. You just gotta wait your turn. That's all. I've been around for 1 year and I ain't got no complaints. How about you?
Nope.
Simple.
To be honest, the
Yeah.
only complaint I got is me not doing what I should have did when I first saw.
Right.
You know, and that ain't
Operator
even a
error.
complaint. That's me looking into the past. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
And that's operator error. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people got to realize. You know, the things that you ultimately suffer by are consequences of your action or inaction. Nothing else.
Not
Yeah.
anybody else.
Nope.
It's you.
Yeah. You create the karmic energy that permeates, you know, your existence. And that shit is kind of fucking important to understand. Like, how you gonna go on to the next level if you ain't realizing that? You're not gonna make a lot of good decisions that way. you're gonna just presume that you can just pretty much piss in the wind, and that's not how life works.
As if the wind's coming towards you.
Right, right, and that just ain't how life works, man. I mean, imagine if it was that easy.
Shit.
Woo, boy, I tell you what, man, that would be a good look, but it ain't how it works, man. All right, let's talk about this nonsense, SEC. And the only reason I go over this crap is so people can realize that there isn't really much that they can do except try to intimidate people with text. So let's just read through this a little bit. On 26th of January, the U.S. SEC proposed amendments, which means changes to Rule 3B-16 under the Exchange Act that lacks any mention of digital assets or decentralized finance, which could adversely affect platforms that facilitate crypto transactions. Now, again, this goes back to the things I've said, forever. None of this stuff is on paper, so the fact that people aren't even paying taxes on it is a fucking joke.
Wow.
Because you're basically getting robbed. Fact.
Or you just handing your money over, to be honest.
Yeah, you're getting robbed. That's what I call that. I ain't got no qualms about that shit. That is you getting robbed. None of this shit is on paper. No reason to give anybody anything. Period. You worked for what you earned. Nobody's giving you anything. In fact, you all know that they're printing the hell out of it. Ad infinitum. So what's the issue exactly? Why is understanding this so hard? It should be cakewalk. It's easy. All they do is lie. So let's keep reading. Some crypto advocates, including a so-called SEC commissioner, Hester Pierce, no idea who this person is, believed that the commission's extended definition of an exchange could thrust an entire class of crypto entities, interesting, not supposed to be any, under the regulator's jurisdiction, subjecting them to additional registration and reporting burdens. How real is the threat? Interesting. You got a comment though?
Are they just talking about securities? Like at that point, like that's the only thing I'm thinking of is the shit that doesn't pass the Howey test is what they
Correct.
talking about.
Precisely. Because let's break down this sentence from believe on forward. Because this just goes to show how much of a fucking piss in the wind everything is. Believe that the commission's extended definition, the word extended implies that the
They go
definition,
more.
is made up already. So they just trying to make it up some more, right? If an exchange could thrust an entire class of crypto entities under the regulator's jurisdiction. So what does that mean? That whole sentence, that whole piece of that sentence right there means that they can essentially dictate whatever they want, and that's it.
Mhm.
And people are just supposed to abide by because that's it.
Because
That's
it's
not
an extended version of their own rule
right.
that they wrote down before,
Yeah, because
that
it's
they
some
came up with in the first place.
right. That's the point. Some bullshit. Correct. Believe that lie. Right. I mean, that's a one quick way to remember if I before E after C.
Hmm.
Right. No. So no I before E after C. That's how you know
Yep.
you spelled it right.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You got to remember that, guys. Everything that these people do is to essentially subject you to suppression. It's not to enhance your livelihood in any which way. So let's keep reading. The amendments proposed by the regulator dramatically expand the definition of what an exchange is, while eliminating the exemption for systems that merely bring together buyers and sellers of securities. Interesting. While I thought we were in crypto, but we'll keep reading. While
Yeah.
not
Right.
while not providing facilities for order execution, which are currently not obliged to register as an alternative trading system, a class of trading platform within the SEC's purview. Furthermore, The proposed rules include communication protocol systems within the scope of the term
Exchange.
exchange. I think that means oracles, but I'm not entirely sure. These motherfuckers don't know anything anyway. What it means in practice is that the SEC is claiming regulatory turf over a broad range of platforms that were previously operating outside of its jurisdiction. So, just as I stated a minute ago, they're just waving their wand and saying, yeah, you guys belong over here. Thanks. Simple. Not really reality, right? But people like to think it is, which was kind of
And
crazy.
it's like a blockchain ain't even an exchange.
Yeah, nah, I mean,
At like
no,
for
yeah, Dex ain't an exchange that they're talking. There's nobody for them to corral, so
yeah, so
good luck
doesn't
to
make
them.
any sense.
Yeah, good luck to them. Not gonna work out. So, and this is why we're going over this so people can understand, right? Protocols are software. There is no regulation for software that just exists that can corral it. It's ridiculously antithetical to reality. Period.
Hmm.
Like they can unplug the internet. We'll wait. No worries. Right?
Like,
Who's gonna lose more in that scenario?
oh, believe
Not
not
us.
me.
Yeah.
I know how to rub two sticks together and make a fire.
Too easy, bro. Too easy. No, we don't lose. They lose. It's so easy. They can no longer dictate nothing. Very
Now,
simple.
now with exchanges, like the way they're using the word exchange,
Hmm.
are they considering that since a blockchain is recording transactions, it can be an exchange?
Let's see. Let's keep reading because I'm pretty sure they're trying to spell out exactly what they're trying to. I know one thing for sure. It's definitely encompassing dexes. I don't think they can say a ledger is an exchange,
Understood.
but a dex isn't an exchange either. So not in the case that they think where they can corral people and do anything. Like
Because there's nobody there.
yeah, there's nobody to account for it. What are they gonna? I
Now,
don't
do you think
understand.
they'll try to make a? Do you think if a DAO becomes like, you know what I mean? Ah, bro,
You
what?
think they're gonna try to oppress the Dow? Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
like because like then that's a group of people that are agreeing on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I
Or
think
disagreeing on
yeah.
something.
What do DAOs do? In a lot of cases, they don't do shit, but just dictate where rewards go or whatever, or how a protocol changes, if anything, or some nonsense like that.
Hmm.
They don't really do much
And there's no real like central party in the DAO in the first
outside of
place. So
selling, dumping on holders' heads. They don't.
yeah,
You know what
facts,
I mean?
facts. Nah, I
They're
feel
not
that. I feel that.
like they're not really doing much. So it's kind of a weird situation where they honestly have no prevailing power. It's kind of hilarious because we're gonna continue reading and realize that they're just jerking off here.
Yeah,
They're not fucking anybody.
facts, facts,
That
facts.
was a good one. Damn.
It
All right.
was. Those are
Yeah.
good stuff for real, man.
In a statement that followed the publication of the proposed amendments, SEC Gensler, the commissioner, the chairman,
Hmm.
specifically emphasized his support for, quote, the element of this proposal that modernizes the rules related to the definition of an exchange to cover platforms for all kinds of asset classes that brings together buyers and sellers. Uh-oh. Smell some trouble for NFTs. Oh my God. The agency's rationale for introducing the amendments is that the definition of exchange must be updated in light of recent technological developments. Never mind the fact that it was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, most notably, digitization of securities marketplaces.
Hmm.
So these are specifically centralized
Entities.
exchanges
Yeah.
that pretend to be crypto but are not. So if you're out there holding bags on them joints, good luck to you because you're gonna need them. You don't know what's gonna happen now. This
Yeah.
is about to get funky if they really push this thing through. The proposal states that the new definition is supposed to be
flexible enough to accommodate the evolving technology. Think about that statement. Quote, flexible enough to accommodate the evolving technology, end quote. What the hell does that even mean? They're trying to get ahead of the puck without it even being possible.
But because this shit's gonna always evolve. Like,
Exactly.
how are you supposed to get in front of it?
You can't. That's the point. That's exactly the
That's like as soon as Google started that whole shit, like the AI, like it's
Yep.
been running since
Doing its
2000,
own thing. Doing its own thing. It's a
and we
joke.
still don't understand. And what we're just trying to understand what the algorithms are,
Right.
like as
People
regular
are,
people.
yep. That's right. That's right. So let's continue. The SEC wants to ensure that all new digital players remaining unregulated do not enjoy an unfair competitive advantage over established exchanges that carry the compliance burden.
They don't
Oh,
want you to enjoy.
wow. How about that? That's funny. They want to ensure a level playing field by making it more onerous to run a business. How American. Makes complete sense. I mean, is this like a comedy or some shit? Am I supposed to laugh at this shit?
That's the
Come on,
opposite.
man.
That's the opposite of
Yeah,
capitalism,
it's
right?
so fucking stupid. It's not even funny. Let's see. What does it mean for crypto? Pro crypto Hester Pierce was among the first opinion leaders to ring the alarm over the proposal. Sure.
Big Mike, get rid of
Uh,
this fool.
I don't know what the fuck this is. I really wanted to block, but whatever. She offered a dissenting statement in which she called the document too wide ranging. Exactly. In follow up remarks, she expressed her concern that, given the securities regulators' recent eagerness to regulate all things crypto, the amendments could potentially reach DeFi protocols. How about that? People funny. Uh, if the new rules are adopted and DeFi systems end up being treated as exchanges, a host, I mean, these two words just sound funky. Like you just know they don't know what they're talking
Yo,
about.
yo,
Literally.
man. I was listening. I was listening outside here in the woods, and I heard you say compliance burden in the verbiage, and I ran inside because, like, to me, to my mind, the compliance burden really is to keep these dirty motherfuckers in power and
Yep.
at the level of control they at. Guys, we're under their skin, like
Yep.
way up. They trying to get in that ass.
Trying.
Guess who's in what ass?
Exactly.
We up in they shit hard. They need to manage this. They got to get on top of this
They
motherfucker.
gotta figure it
They
out.
they got all their little underlings burning that midnight oil on this
I
shit,
mean, this
man.
is them trying to figure it out. They're trying to see if they can actually impact the industry, and they cannot.
They need to talk to people that are actually in the real
They
industry,
need to just shut the
not.
fuck up and disappear. Actually,
Well, it's like the playground bully, right?
It's hard for that to happen
well,
because
we
they
don't need
run the shit.
regulators.
No,
Obviously,
obviously, no,
that's the
that's
whole point.
facts. That's
Yeah,
facts.
that's
Yep.
my whole point. Yeah,
Them understanding what the fuck DeFi is in the first place is
but
what
they
they need
don't
to
want to
understand.
understand it, bro. That's
No,
the whole point
they just know it's a problem.
for them.
Yeah, for them,
Yeah, it's
and
not a
that's the
problem
thing.
for us. We
Correct.
perfectly fine.
No, this is the
Exactly.
hope. This is the dream. This is the reality coming to fruition. We now are armed. We have a new tool in the toolbox, right? In the
Right.
last,
For
decade and
10
something.
years. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So now they're having to contend with
Sorry.
that. And I'm saying, you guys remember the playground bully? Man, that motherfucker scary, cast a big shadow. You get your little ass fucking hype up enough to punch that motherfucker right in his nose one day, finally,
Game over.
collapse, game over. We're on the playground right now, my friends.
Yep. I was sure born on one. That's for sure.
Mm.
I don't fuck around. I mean, I'm sitting here breaking this shit down, explaining how it's a fucking big nothing burger, and I haven't even read it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
It's pretty much just FUD, right? Like it's
Literally.
just that,
And
like it's so that
anything
people sell their bags.
correct. It's nothing else. You nailed it, Dolo. Nothing
And
else.
what are they gonna do? The same exact thing they did before. Buy
Buy
up.
it. Literally, knock on wood. 'Cause we said that shit at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look, I mean, I pointed out before that kid Uncomplication when he pointed out the operative Wyckoff phases on the Bitcoin chart. I mean, that's like if you can't beat them, join them kind of shit. I mean, when they were like, "How do we deal with Bitcoin? How do we deal with Bitcoin?" Okay, okay, listen. We're just gonna buy a fuck ton of Bitcoin. You know,
Right.
that's how Wyckoff operates. So,
They don't even they're gonna shit themselves when they see what the fuck Hex is.
well, do you realize when I was talking earlier about the features of not only, blockchain financial assets, but decentralization as well? And I was talking about this open and transparency and decentralization, but Richard did a thing, didn't he? He just sprinkled a little bit of that Parmesan we were talking about earlier, Wales, into Hex to make it centralized enough in a way that he and his, who knows, whatever entity the OA might
Whoever.
point, yeah, that could be the shield that legitimately guards the realms of men. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Open
woo,
trust.
woo,
That's all I know, so they can't fuck with it.
mm-mm.
That's one of
Good
the
luck.
most secure types of entities that federal government or any government cannot fucking touch. Why? Because they won't dare set a precedent that could potentially negatively adversely affect them.
And the funnier part about this is when they get in, when they fight, when they figure out what this shit is,
Game over.
you know, the first thing they're gonna do is, oh, we need to buy as much hex as we need, and
Yeah.
they're not even gonna understand what the fucking t-shirt is.
Nope.
I've heard that postulated a lot. I'm not sure if I agree. I think that these
Oh, they'll
people
figure it
are as
out.
ancient. No, but that's where I differ, just divergent from you, minor.
Yeah,
I don't think that there's too much that they don't know or don't have figured out. I just don't think they know how to contend with this yet. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
people have told me before, Hexicans have told me before, well, when they find out, and I'm just like, well, they found out. They know. They know this is here. They know this is bubbling. They got the same eyes we do, seeing Hex in its position on some of the coin aggregators, right?
Well, remember, Kinetics had Cynthia McKinney on,
Yeah, I
and
talk to her. I talk to her every other week in my capacities. His mandate he gave me for the political action committee. She was one of my favorite politicians for 10 years. To be able to have her number and have her tell me that I may call her Cynthia, dude, I almost fainted. I'm like a fanboy. I'm like a
it's wild.
fanboy.
It's just wild to think that, like, at first she was like, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I hope now she understands what a t-shirt is and what it's doing. You know what I mean? Compared
Yeah.
to when
Back
she
then.
was just gifted she was gifted
Yeah.
like 45 grand worth of hex. Like, think about that.
Oh my
You
God.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot back then.
that in her mind, she was probably like, damn, somebody just gave me 45,000.
And
Like,
she don't, right, right.
even for a politician
She
to be
don't even
like,
know what it is really. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Man, it
it's
was
Whales.
like
like,
100,000 hex or something like that.
Hey,
hell yeah.
Wales, have you preached the gospel to Dr. McKinney much about Hex specifically?
Yeah, I talked to her. I
Okay,
talked to her directly on stream.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
because when I talk to her, we're talking about the things that she is an expert about, because that's kind of the drive.
Well,
She's a tenured professor now at University of Bangladesh. So when I get at her, it's like a block of like 15 minutes or a half hour, and it's
right.
got to be on task. I haven't really had an opportunity to be like a Hexican with her so much.
Yeah, not understood.
Yeah.
But hopefully she's understanding what that is now. Or has understood what it is now, besides just throwing it to the side and you know, forgetting about it. You know, that's the thought process I'm at right
No,
now.
and
It's
I
like,
think you're right on. I think you're dead on as usual, Dolo, because I think she does need a little bit more
So
in that regard.
let me highlight something that's important here. So Benny
Okay.
Blanco's point is spot on, and this is why they can't stop anything DeFi. They can say everything is illegal. It's completely
yeah.
irrelevant
Mm-hmm.
because every day we all break federal laws, whether we like it or not. So with that simple reality, you'll all be okay.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
And Hexa can stay working as well. There are things in development that'll blow your damn mind. You know, I know personally guys that are working on ramping and off ramping projects, guys.
Yep.
Like, we are going to be extricated from a lot of this bullshit.
Yep. Yes, we are, because we are real crypto. We don't have to worry about the same shit everybody else worried about, because it's irrelevant to us, literally, because we're outside the scope of their bullshit.
Yeah.
Period.
And how about that observation I made about how we can, like, actually, as Hexaco grows, you can transact within Hexaco. You can never even, you can do some things where you don't even have to turn this shit in any kind of USD to spend it.
At a certain point, they'll understand that we won't need to even look at the dollar, like,
I'm saying, you want
any other currency.
You want me to plant? You want me to plant your organic garden for you this spring? You want me to do some carpentry shit? You want me to make some tracks for you? Pay me in Hex, motherfucker. And you're like, I won't say no.
My boy Cookies pays the fucking taco truck. They accept Hex.
That's awesome. I love hearing that, man.
They accept Hex and USDC. They ain't playing games. They know what the fuck going on.
Wales found a place that sells mattresses. Didn't you?
That's right. Tennessee. Yep. Shout out to Jermaine.
But they're those are Hexicans. I'm talking about just a taco truck, a random ass taco truck, and on the West Coast, and they bout it. You know,
they're not playing no games. They understand that shit worth money.
Hell yeah,
more than actual.
more
than what they would consider actual money, which is just that green fake monopoly shit.
Probably pulling in more money than what they pulling in a week.
Of course, you better believe it. And I bet they get more in crypto than in fucking fiat. Guaranteed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, so
wild. My bad. Yeah.
You good. Because we all talking, so it's all good. So let's see. If the new rules are adopted, DeFi systems end up being treated as exchanges, a host of hard questions would arise, including whether it is even possible for decentralized protocols to comply. Duh!
That might be the anchor of the whole thing right there. I mean, goddamn.
Duh. Can we get a duh from the congregation?
Yeah.
Duh.
And then at a certain point, it's like, what? Half the communities. I don't even think you're gonna get a quarter of the community to agree with you.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Come on.
Make it illegal all you want, bro. I'm still clicking by. I live in New York, where crypto is illegal for me. Guess what? I'm on YouTube streaming about it. What the fuck they gonna do?
Facts.
I was going to say, you were going to admit to us that you were in full and total compliance at every time.
Yeah, sure. Aren't we all?
Damn.
Yeah, see, you know, that's the thing about us. We don't participate in bullshit that doesn't make any goddamn motherfucking sense. How's that sound?
No, you're right.
And who do you think you are while we're at it?
Shit.
These people. I don't even know why I say people.
Reptilians.
No, okay, David Icke.
Whatever they are.
No,
whatever.
You know, I gotta remind people sometimes too about the big scary bully. Like, another way of looking at that, does only one. Another way of looking at that is like, they benefit, from this idea that people are intimidated and scared of them because they are a big, scary dragon. Okay. But you know what? I got a secret, man. They're the ants that are standing in front of the fire and projecting their shadow on cave walls. You know, they look a little closer. That big demon Beelzebub that you're afraid of is an imp. He's a little imp with a little willy. He can't do shit.
With a bigger light. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah. There it is, man. Yeah, they can play dirty, and they can do all kind of nefarious shit that has no morality. You know, I'm real impressed by that, guys. You know.
Yeah, well, what's sad is that others follow, right? I mean, this is how we end up at this type of point. I mean, let's continue reading real quick. Patrick Daugherty, partner at law firm Foley and Lardner, and the leader of its blockchain task force, calls the SEC initiative a quote stealth rulemaking proposal end quote. Clearly, agreeing with Commissioner Pierce on its potential to be used in targeting crypto industry players.
What are they hiring ninjas now?
Pretty
What?
much. I mean, they're trying. They're trying. I mean,
You get
you
a
guys got
letter
to
of black
realize.
sand.
Yeah, they'll put something in the system and act like they forgot to publicly
Announce
reference
it.
announce it. Yeah. So it's all show and theater. It's not even real. You know. Yeah, what you got to understand, Hex Monkey, is that if there's a physical team behind that, that's the only reason that happened. And there is a physical team behind 1inch. That's why that was possible. Uniswap, I'm not sure that's going to be the case.
Yeah, and
So,
applicative to the we will have alternatives ready.
yeah,
I'm not
we will
talking
have
out. I'm not
alternatives.
talking out my ass when I tell you I've personally heard of things that are being constructed right now that will literally blow your fucking mind. No, I'm not saying lay back and wait for somebody else to take care of everything. Each one teach one, and we all need to do our part. And whatever your skill, whatever your lane is, do your part, okay? But just take faith and strength that these things, Wales can testify. He knows as well as anybody does. These things are developing, guys. Like things are happening, man.
Yep, there's
Good,
always
good.
going to be an alternative for us because we always take care of our own shit. We don't rely on others. This is why we're superior because we're actually cryptocurrency. Period. Not a debate. It's a fact. We prove it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
What other community is talking about this shit in a legit fashion where they actually understand that this doesn't affect them or it does? I would assume zero. It's a stealth proposal because the words crypto and digital do not appear in the SEC's 654-page release. But the SEC is plainly aiming at these systems, both centralized and decentralized, whose protocol aggregate indications of interest for buying and selling crypto assets, which its chair and its division of enforcement, not necessarily federal judges or juries, are eager to classify as what? Securities exchanges. So that's how they do it. Again, it's by labeling things whatever they want, changing the definition of things however they want to do it, because people are fucking lazy and they'll just let others do whatever they want, I guess. I don't honestly know. Because a rule, which is what R stands for, means not a motherfucking thing. A regulation means not a motherfucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
A rule, once again, not a motherfucking thing.
Mm.
Any legislative piece of verbiage that obliterates your inalienable basic human rights, illegal as fuck. Simple as that. I bet you thought it was going to be longer, but it's not. That's where we're at in this world. It's going back to that point where things are that simple because this notion of 654 fucking pages.
Mm.
What?
And still ain't got a goddamn thing in it.
Still.
Next time, come with 12,000 pages. Let's see if you get a hit on it that time.
I mean, it's just disgusting. It's beyond disgusting that people think they can just dictate to a society how and can they will live. Fuck off and fuck you.
Well,
You don't get to dictate dick. Simple.
Hexastani's here. What up, Hexastani?
You need to read that shit because that shit is all bullshit. Shout out to my boy Helitek.
Yeah.
Where's Hexastani? Yeah, I don't see him.
His name is different on here. It's Dylan.
That's right. Where is it? Yep. Boom. What up?
Bam.
I forget. So recently this was released. I read through a little bit of it. It's pretty interesting. But long story short is what we already know. The U.S. is very low ranking in terms of crypto adoption. And the way it's used and the way it's transacted in and whatnot. And let's see. You can see it right here. Peer-to-peer exchange trade volume, 109. Typically, the higher you are to one, the better. right? China, you see here, oddly enough, is one in some categories, but America is close to one in these categories also, so it doesn't actually matter. On-chain value received, on-chain retail value received. So all that means is dollar amounts, fiat value. So that's easy to augment, irrelevant when you're printing, right? But the ones that matter the most are trade volume, and as you guys can see, not a lot, not a lot, not a lot of Brazil, not a lot of Philippines, not a lot of Russia, right? Not a lot in all these draconian places. India, another place, right? 76 in Thailand, and you see Thailand always trying to shut that shit down too.
Fact.
So it's just.
I got a question.
What's up?
So you know how that U.S. Debt clock chart, right? What does it mean? Dollar to crypto ratio 11. So it says 1187 to 1, and then like so. Shit. Go all the way to the right. All the way to the right.
There we go.
The bottom. Yep, right there. The crypto, yep.
Total M2 divided by the total crypto market cap. So it's just taking the dollar value of the existing money supply and dividing it by the dollar value of the crypto market cap, which is like 2 trillion or something right now. Let's see. Oh, they're selling for them. Oh no, this is V1. We don't actually know what they're doing. Give me a second, guys. Let's see where we're at here. Total is 1.9 trillion. So 1.9 trillion times, just to figure out what the actual what was the word? US total crypto, what the M2 is. 1.92 trillion times 11.87. So that's what they're considering the M2 money supply. So that's a lot of fucking money, right? Yeah, so that's what's happening over here, man. I mean, it's crazy, bro, because once you look at this bottom right, it just gets uglier, but this upper area is just as bad. It's like no matter where you look, it's all ugly. All of it.
I had somebody pop in the gym today, just talking. I was talking to somebody else, and then I overheard, like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna sell my house." I'm like, "Damn, like it's probably the best time for you to do that shit." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and whoever buying it, I feel bad for him.
Yep. A lot of people are gonna go broke relying on old ways of thinking, and it's sad, but that's the nature of the beast, man. I mean, total jet to GDP, 138%. Spending the GDP ratio, this has got to be some kind of lie. I mean, come on.
That shit doesn't make any sense.
No. Total government spending, including state, local, and federal, divided by the GDP. That definitely got to be some kind of lie, because they print money out the ass. So how is that all that they're spending? Right? So they're trying to make it look good when we all know that's not really the case.
Like jobs numbers.
Right.
And they're saying this is real time.
Yep. I mean, it's ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
I don't even know, bro. Just not a labor workforce. 100 million people deciding to literally not work now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Done. Think about that. 100 million people. That's a third of this country. It's a third of the U.S. population.
Damn.
Yeah, they need to recognize, man.
100 million people, bro. A third of the U.S. population just saying fuck it.
Just fuck it. I thought of that Freeway line from that song. He said, if my kids are hungry, take the dishes out your kitchen.
Fuck it. I mean, think about it. I mean, how fucking crazy is that? That's some real shit.
Yeah, it is. It's mind blowing.
Yeah. People never think about that.
Hey, Wales, you always say, right?
How many
We've
cities
crossed the Rubicon. I mean, there it is, right?
Yeah. What'd you say, Dolo?
How many cities is that?
Cities? What you mean?
If you took the most
Oh,
populated cities,
yeah.
you take the most populated
Yeah.
cities in the country. How many cities is that?
Oh my God, it's like
At
all
least
the big
10.
ones.
Yeah, at least 10,
Except,
bro. Because a big city, you easily have 8 million people. 8
yeah,
million.
like Philly's only like 3. So
I think we got 8 in New York. I think 332,553. Look at that. 29.9%.
That's disgusting.
That's insane. Not in the workforce. Just
Hey,
30%.
just to think I was one of them motherfuckers a
Yeah.
couple months ago. No.
Hey,
Just not in the
yo,
motherfucker. Just I'm good. No thanks, bro.
and you know what? Looking at this, like if they ever have a quiet moment, these social architects sitting on the toilet maybe, and they're thinking, look at this revenue per citizen number. If you want to ever ask yourself why, you know,
Jeez.
like they got themselves in this strata where they're trying so desperately to protect what they've stolen, you know,
Right,
and like look
right.
at this revenue per citizen. You ain't paying no goddamn rent and feeding no kid.
No.
12.
Believe
I
that.
mean, it's a slap in the goddamn face. No
Listen to what I
wonder
listen to what
nobody
I
wants
said
to be a
earlier.
wage slave anymore. Fuck
Listen
them.
to what I said earlier.
Mhm.
$6 a client, dog.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Exactly. Who
I'm
wants to
laughing
know,
at my
bro?
damn self.
I don't.
Yeah,
You
What
who
do
feel
wants
me?
to know?
what do you
But
what do
that's
you
the
do?
point.
What do you do? What is
Personal
that?
trainer.
Oh, okay. $6 to be. What?
Nigga, please. Excuse my language.
No, that's fine. Are you kidding me?
But
I
like, you
I
know,
told
you feel me though. Like,
no. I
come
told
on.
Wales, hey,
Son.
Schoolie D is the first person that ever called me that. I wore that like a nice shirt.
Right.
It's just, yeah, yeah. And I ain't even tripping because you know where that's going.
Right. Right.
I
You said
take every
Like
fucking
still
that
gotta.
six
yeah.
is easily 106 already.
No
Easy
wonder
peasy.
he's eating liver.
Yeah, he's good.
It's for the nutrients, for real.
Oh man, I mean, look at this. Debt per citizen, 90,000, right? 90,250. Revenue per citizen, 12,000. That's a 8 difference, right? $80,000 difference, $78,000 difference. I mean, where is that money going? I don't see it. Does anybody else see it?
It's not on the roads because these potholes getting bigger and bigger.
Nah,
Bro,
that's true.
hold on. I caught a fucking flat yesterday because of a big ass pothole. To the tune that I had to change the fucking rim.
Oh,
One of my manager actually had that same shit happen to her like 3 weeks ago.
There you go.
got to keep them spinning, Wales.
Yep.
You remember when we were talking about we were talking about rims? Remember when guys were
Yeah,
leasing
leasing the
rims?
motherfuckers, bro. Oh my
Keep them
god. You ever see
spinning.
that Dolo? Motherfuckers leasing that shit, bro?
I
Yeah, bro.
I do remember people were doing that though.
Back in the day, motherfuckers used to lease rims like it was something to do. Crazy but true. Leasing
Ride
rims.
spinners. I'm riding spinners. I'm
Keep
riding
them
spinners.
spinning. Keep them
That
spinning.
just
That's what I'm
didn't make
saying.
any sense.
Yo, Wales, help me out. What is this hilarious number down here? Savings per family.
Let's see.
What the fuck? How do they come to that one?
Liquid cash and personal savings for all U.S. families divided by their random number of U.S. families.
Okay.
So,
So if 3 families have a couple quintillion dollars set aside and a billion families got pocket lint, that lifts it up
Yo,
to
you are
17.
hilarious for you to say that.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, it's
crazy
just
part is, didn't they say it's $1 million a kid, right? From birth to 18, right?
oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep, it's probably
So
more by
what
now.
the hell is that?
That's why
Probably
I'm
it's
$4
probably more
million
by now.
in the hole.
Yeah, probably more by now, bro.
My God.
Yeah. I mean, just what is this? U.S. Treasury dollars now? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I saw that before. I didn't understand that. That shit popped up earlier.
Wealth-based, debt-free, non-interest bearing money. So there's only $840 million worth of actual real money. How fucking ridiculous is that?
That's scary.
Yeah, very, very scary.
Yeah, look at these two guys, you know. What they do and how they end up.
Yeah,
Yo, that's the even crazier part that they got both of them sitting there.
yep.
That's why.
Because they both tried to attack that
Go
same
against the
thing.
bank. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
exactly.
Kennedy didn't do himself any favors a couple months beforehand when he tried to
No.
warn the American people in a speech, you know, about the dark shadow that was moving in the undercurrents that the people
I mean,
weren't
what's
seeing.
funny is that what's that guy's name? Eisenhower, was it? That general? He did a
Yeah.
major hour-long Eisenhower. Yeah, General Eisenhower. Duke. I can't remember his name.
Ike.
Ike.
Yeah,
He did an hour-long some interview at the end of his tenure as a general of the armed forces,
about the
letting
military
people
industrial.
know,
That's right.
letting people know, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Shit,
But,
OD.
Yeah, dude,
yeah,
that just doesn't.
we're
Yeah, you're just like, man, folks is dumb as fuck, man. Like,
I mean, look at this. So,
mm,
no, most people don't know what this means. Unfunded liabilities. Let's look it up
mm,
because this is important. This is proof positive that we're
mm,
bankrupt
mm.
because this is a lot of money that has to be found. Found.
That's in
Okay,
the
now this is
trillions, huh?
yeah,
100
yeah.
trillion?
I was just about
164 trillion?
I was just about to count it. Yes, sir.
That is
Million,
outrageous.
billion, trillion. 164 of them.
That's double what's that? 10x the crypto market?
Something like that. No, more. 8x.
8x. All right, so
Yep.
it's 8x the crypto market?
Yep.
Outrageous.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's make sure. 164 divided by 8. Oh,
Mm.
no. Thinking wrong. Divided by 2. So I was way off. 32x. 82x.
32x?
82x. What the fuck am I thinking? What the
Oh
hell was I
my
looking at?
god.
164. Yeah, 82 by 2. Yeah, 164x. My bad. 82x. So we got a long way to go, bro.
Where's all that money coming from? Where's it
I
gonna
don't
come from?
know.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
they
but the
just
dollar
printed
needs
a
to
bunch of
be
bullshit.
theoretically, the dollar needs to be debased by that much. Theoretically. Now, what is U.S. unfunded liabilities? If it'll give us the definition. Okay. All right. Very annoying. Full time. What? No, that's not what I want, bro. Is it just not gonna give it to me?
Terrafin said, "Want to be a baller, shot caller." Blades on the Impala.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
you know,
Remember that?
yeah, but I just love that it's coming from Terrafin, man. When Brandon from Rags to Riches gave us an opportunity to know this legendary man, like I got so much love and respect, dude. You know, I love it when
Everybody's cool, bro.
I
Everybody's
love it when the older folks are just so down with some of this shit. It makes me so happy.
Because people are human. That's right. Imagine that.
Yep.
So
Facts.
check this out. Total U.S. unfunded liability includes Social Security, medical parts A, B, and D, federal debt held by public, plus federal employee and veteran benefits. So, long story short, a whole bunch of shit they got to pay a whole bunch of people that work for them
Half them dead.
and have paid into the pot. And that's what Medicare comes in. Social Security also. So Social Security is apparently 21 trillion in the hole. I'm pretty sure that number is at least 2 times bigger than that. Right? Because they lie so much.
Shit, let me go ask my get my mom to ask her aunt because they work for Social Security. So I'll go ask that question, and I'll hit you on Twitter with the answer.
Let me know if you get an actual real answer. That would be interesting. That's crazy, bro. I mean, look at this. 62 million Medicare enrollees. I don't even know what the hell that means, but ain't national. Guarantees access 65 or older. Enjoying federal state. Okay, so this is for everybody. This is like for old people strictly. Okay, so medical enrollees is strictly for people over 65. And this is for whoever needs it. That is low income or some shit like that. Yeah. All right. Well,
I love how it
that's
doesn't tell you. I love how it
that's
doesn't tell you.
145 million people, bro. 146, 147 million people.
It's outrageous.
How insane is that?
I love how it doesn't tell you how much the IMF owes.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all them
I think I
countries
went
that
over
just
that
got.
once, yo.
That,
I think I
I
actually
think you
went over
did.
that.
I think you
Yeah.
did.
It was a while ago. I have to rehash all that shit. I mean, look at this. Right? Let's talk about value for a little bit because that's a very important topic, right? Value. And, this brings into question all these states that are right now vying to have their own cryptocurrency, apparently. I think Mississippi is even one of them. Let's see.
Yeah, the states are pulling some interesting triggers here recently.
Yeah, they're trying to
like
make
they
it
starting
legal
to
tender.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing some
Texas is another one.
some stuff with gold they've been doing lately.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, this is crazy, bro. Imagine each state, right? At one point, every state in the nation that was around at the time had their own currency.
Yeah.
Every state.
Yeah, can you go back? Who was that saying? Who was saying that cryptocurrency will never be accepted as a legal tender?
I don't know.
On that search page you just had, it's not important.
What?
There, the red icon. Who is the cryptocurrency will never be
finance
tender.
TV.
Yeah.
Some Indian, New Delhi.
Oh, all right.
So it doesn't even matter. Because they're already trying to make it legal tender over there. So I don't even understand why this is even a headline.
Says, and if they do, I'll be fucked.
Yeah, like you're assed out, bro. Sorry.
Sorry.
You're assed out, broski.
Yes.
I mean, value, man. Value is getting the fucking jackpot for cents on the dollar. That's literally what value is. If you're paying for Hex now, it's less than $1. Well, congratulations.
I saw 4 hex on the floor today in the gym. 4.2 hex on the floor today in the gym.
Did you pick it up?
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, what up, Bumpy? Yo, Bumpy stopped through. What up, Bumps?
What up?
Bumpy Knuckles stopped through to say hello. Freddie Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's giving Honey Badger a run for his money, man. What you think?
I mean, so you got these states figuring this shit out. They're figuring out, they broke with the dollar. Where's the value at? The value is on chain, folks.
That's crazy.
The control to your future, to your everything is on chain. Right? And this is, again, ties into why oracles are not a thing. Again, people pay billions of dollars year over year to make sure they're as close as possible to exchanges on Wall Street so that they're getting that information first, not second, not third, not 10th, not 40th, fucking first. So the next time you engage with a protocol that leans on that oracle, you think about that. Because if you don't know what that is, then you should think about it. You should do some research. Yeah, you should do some research because you don't understand what you're exposing yourself to. You don't. And that's a function of just you needing to understand something a little bit further, nothing else. Because again, this is about having control, not giving it up.
Yeah.
Simple. This is why there's value in states researching something like everyone having their own crypto. Imagine that market. Oof. California and New York would be duds, right?
Jeez.
Yeah. Buying Florida and fucking Texas all the way.
Yeah. And that's facts.
Yeah, Virginia too. That's another one that's recently gotten their shit together over there. So good things are coming, man. It's just a matter of standing the line, towing the line, not wavering on your principles, understanding that you just might be an alien and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You know, we clearly are not the same as those that are just letting themselves being dictated to. So we just have to let them figure it out on their own because we clearly can't
That's
put a
right.
gun to their head and make them get it.
Yeah, without them trying to fuck us, to be
You said you
honest.
can't put a gun to your head, and look what Bumpy fucking or Bumpy
Yeah.
at me with, man. God damn, dude,
You
it's not
retarded,
funny.
bro.
Be careful. Shit.
You retarded, man.
Really tell them
Well,
that safety
whoever
better be
denied
on.
it,
Right,
whoever
yeah, put
denied
that
it.
safety on.
With that
If
safety
you
on.
think I'm holding something chambered, if you think I'm holding something chambered up to my head, man, I mean, I got a screw loose. I said it live on the air last time. I am definitely a strange bird, but I'm a father of 4. I'm not holding a chambered weapon up to
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about young man over there in your hand.
oh, Bumpy. Bumpy's wild, dude.
Yeah.
If you saw what he had to deal with in Honey Badger, you would understand. He's got to be motivated. Honey Badger is like gonna fuck everything up here. I'm telling you, man.
Shit, wild.
Oh, this
We
is
looking at ETH right now.
yeah. I was talking about Bitcoin the other day. I was basically calling the potential ceiling like at 42K, but it kept going. Now this is a daily, right? Yeah, this is a daily.
Yeah.
Look at 3 day.
Hey, we should look at TX Street with Dolo. We didn't do that last time. That's a
That
that's
You ever
shit.
seen
that's a
that?
hoot. That's
No,
a
we
hoot.
did. We did. That was
Oh,
a
did
minute
we?
ago. That was a minute ago. And
Yeah, you
they
probably
were
seen
moving. They were moving. Bitcoin was moving
Oh, okay.
hella
You
slow.
did. You did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin was moving hella slow.
It's like that thing is like it's like molasses over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I told you
Just
guys.
sitting there.
They give each transaction a helmet and a pudding cup when they get on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, something went down.
So
Something went
you think we bouncing off this 200
I think
on Bitcoin?
he stepped out for a
Oh, he
moment.
did.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh,
No,
there he is.
so you think we bouncing off the 200 on Bitcoin,
I mean,
or you think
bouncing off
we?
something.
I know. Yeah, we are right now. We are
I
right
think
now.
we're retracing to hit the top of this heavy set of moving averages, and then we're rolling over. So we might hit 45K. Just
Yeah, because
enough.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I was thinking 40. Whatever that top is, there's that little top like 40. Well, shit. No, I don't think we're gonna get up to 52. I don't think it's gonna pump that
Yeah, I
high.
don't think we're gonna get up to that
Fuck
either.
no. Fuck no. I'll
I
put
don't think
money on
so.
that.
I don't think so either. I think we don't pass this area if we do go back
Yeah.
up that high. 46K is a max in my
With
mind.
just not enough capital in the system.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to realize, man, whoever's in is in. There's nobody else coming in. Who else is left to buy?
Well, shit. You know, if Meta could take they could take that money that they just slumped out of everybody's pockets off that leverage shit, and they could push that bitch over.
Well, look, here's the thing. What happens with these markets is that they use a dollar to pump them, right? So that's literally all they can do. All they can do is sucker retail in and out to give them the liquidity that they need to transact.
There you go.
That's that's all they can do. So right now, retail's out. Retail
Yeah.
got to wait to recuperate. So there is not much that they can do except this, which is shorts covering. And this is the type of price action that we see here. Because there's honestly not much else that they can do at this point except try to keep it alive. I mean, this almost looks like the start of last what do you call it? The last bear cycle. just in a much longer, drawn out process. This is already 3 days. Yeah. Let's do 13. Here we go. Let me get rid of this. All right. I mean, this looks like it's just gonna be much longer and drawn out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's already going on a year doing nothing, right? Like we're about to hit March or April in 3 months, 2 months.
Yeah, fact.
Hop, skip, and a jump away. So, there's no telling where this thing is gonna end up. Looks like 26,500 is a good target, but for all we know, it could be all the way back here or down here. Because the interesting thing is that this chart, because the time frame is so long, you don't have all the moving averages being laid out here either. Still short a few, so it could technically just keep going down. Excuse me, they could keep going down. But yeah, I mean that it always seems to hold this thick line that I have here, because that's I think that's 233 moving average. I think that's what it is. Let me see, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 233. 2, 4, 6, 8. Pretty sure that's it. 4, 6. Oh,
Hey.
144. I was off by 1. So that's the 144. What up?
I was just gonna say, while you were working, I was gonna say, hey, Dolo, how slow do you think that those Bitcoin buses are going to look once Pulse Chain forks and launches?
My God.
3 seconds, 3-second blocks. Woo.
Yeah, 3-second blocks average, kid. That shit is wild.
They won't even be able to put us on the website, bro.
It'll just be a blur.
They better get hard on that one. Yep.
They're gonna have to make room on that bitch.
Yeah, they're gonna have to keep real hard on that one, because there's not much else that they got. Because once people find that thing, it's gonna be free and fast. They're gonna be like, "What the hell just happened?"
Free and fast.
Yep.
That'd be a good T-shirt with the Pulse logo. Free and fast, motherfucker.
Yep. Free and fast. Get yours now.
You said green and fast?
Free.
And fast.
Free.
Yeah.
I mean, it is green and fast too.
Yeah,
that is true.
Green, free, and fast. EFG, free, green, and fast. There you go. I mean, it's crazy, bro. And to think, we just at the bottom of this whole thing.
Jeez. The shit didn't even start.
It ain't even started yet. It ain't even started yet, and I'm already calculating we got a 20-something X. Like,
yeah, you killing me with that shit.
Yo, how crazy that? Yo, I'm just sitting there like, damn, you know what? This is real. Let me just do that real quick, because it's real. You're just extrapolating the values from actual existing pools that people are putting dollars of value in. They're putting value into these things, so that's a real value. Like, you can't even front on that. It's just a function of whether it's the market is going to perceive it that way when it actually goes live, or is it going to really fluctuate a lot? Is it going to dump a lot like Hex did at first? Hell, even Bitcoin dumped. These things are constant.
I kind of hope the bitch does. Give me a quick pump and then dump real quick. And then all them fools that was talking that shit. I don't care about freedom of speech. I don't care about freedom. All right, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, jelly hands.
Get your ass out of here. Let me buy that shit.
It's gonna be so nice to have all the lames gone, because the lames always dump at first. In the first, you know what I'm saying? Like in the first wave.
It's outrageous.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Don't understand value.
No, not at all. I mean, for us to be at a point in time where fiat is so disregarded and so just not tolerated, not wanted, that local governments are consistently breaching the line to the tune of accepting currency as not just legal tender, but also something that they might want to issue. That's a whole nother level of boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something else, man. And
just
I don't think
another barometer, another metric.
How bullish this is for us. I mean, we're talking about 1.9 trillion only. That's it. Total market cap. I mean, Hex alone has what, 100 billion or some shit like that in market cap or something? I don't even know anymore. Oh, I know. I don't watch. I don't really pay attention to that. Let's see.
According to other bullshit, it's 35. But
Yeah, nah, that ain't the real one.
that ain't the real number. The
Yeah,
real
that
number
ain't the
is
real
like
one.
the real number is like 100,
It's some crazy.
100 something.
I was gonna just an aside. Do you guys
Yeah.
remember how many people, or how many, I should say, how many total wallet addresses sacrificed for Pulse Chain?
42,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's almost
way
like,
less
Oh
than
my
what
God.
we did. Way
Yeah,
less
we
than
already
what
Dude,
we
does
did
that
with
make you
PulseX.
smile like ear to ear or what, dude?
Oh yeah, because PulseX is like 230,000.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I figured we're well over $1 billion now.
Then it's not up there.
Where is it?
It should be. It should have been at the bottom right or something. Stats.
Which one are you looking for?
The total wallet.
Oh, there it is.
41,000.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
41,000.
Oh, gotta get goosebumps, man. You know what I mean?
Yep, and then you look at PulseX lead is 200 and give me a second. It's 129,000.
Damn, still a lot.
So it's still 3 times, more than 3 times.
3x, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Way
Look at that right
way
there.
bigger sacrifices.
Woo! Oh my God.
Way bigger sacrifices.
It kind of makes you think about the function of how the time, you know, like just time, the time that it takes to hit the virality, you know, the whole thing. Like,
well, this again, I think it's gonna be quicker because this is simple. You know, any moron can get what a DEX is and what a post blockchain is or whatever. So you know, that's reflected in the quality of the people joining too.
I just think people were half stepping on Richard and the team and the community and all of it. I think people half stepping on it when it was the time for the Pulse Chain sacrifice. You know,
Oh, they didn't, because they didn't believe it was the top.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as they were corrected on their thought process, that's when they were like, all right,
too late.
I'm sorry,
Kevin
I'm sorry.
Too late.
Too late.
Some of them didn't even say they were sorry. Like, it's like, all right, fuck you, sorries, bro. You gonna be sorry when you spending more to get on this bitch. Like,
right. That's it.
Yep.
That's exactly
that's
it.
your sorry, motherfucker. Put more fiat in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about pay for my kids' education? Thank you very much. Right.
Been real. Thanks for playing.
And not on some asshole shit. It's just
it is what it is.
You should have been thinking.
Actual facts.
Yeah.
Should have been thinking.
Super chat, bro. Yeah, because we've been talking about this forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't changed my tune since a year ago this week.
Never, bro.
I've been singing the same fucking song for a long time, man. And I was singing it before I was even at Hexagon because I believed in Richard and I liked him a lot. You know?
Yeah, that fool drew me in quick. And it was at first it was the homie, and then it was like I watched the stream and I was like, oh, this is my type of guy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you guys a couple of weeks ago when he was kind of in that longer hair phase, but it's funny, he was dressing like a butler, but he had longer hair. You know, he looked different. I think it wasn't as kick ass as he is right now, health wise. But he said something. The one the guy had mentioned in the stream something about he was like, you know, doing a 14-year-old girl, and Richard was like, you know, how old are you, dude? And he told him how old, and Richard was like, there's something wrong with you, dude. Like you're engaging in sexual activity with a minor. Like you probably belong in a facility. And that's like the first time I ever listened to Richard, and I was like, damn, dude, like he came out on that strong and correct. I was like, all right, let me listen to this man some more and see what he has to say.
No doubt about it. But that is some funky shit.
Oh yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't even say, like, you know, guys would be like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that, or that's gross.
He
Richard like went in,
up. Yeah, no,
you need to be
bullshit.
I think he said something too, like you need to examine your life or your value system or something. I was just like, oh shit, this dude's a little band apart. Yeah, I'm digging it.
Thinking, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what they do to you? You know what they do, Rikers?
You don't want to find out, that's for sure.
Oh my god.
Definitely don't want to find out. Not for the faint of heart. Nah. Be interesting though, because this is looking like very, very whippish.
Like it's gonna go right back down. Well, like that what's that the MACD? That line on the MACD look like it's already turning.
Yeah. Yeah, look like you're getting
a pullback already.
Pullback already to some degree. It looks like because they've gone so high so fast, right? That the market is kind of out of bounds to a certain extent. And this is what we're seeing. Because you basically see it's at 4 standard deviations or so. That's at least how it's defined on the little chart. But I just think of it like that. It's not really standard deviations, but it probably is the closest thing because this is showing you the dispersion or the difference, right, in the moving averages and how stretched they are, right? And markets get stretched all the time. This is how these moves happen. And typically, when a market is stretched and it's mid-candle and it looks so bullish and all this stuff, that is when you get that reversal, right? That's when things like have to like start souring, and you got to start just scaling down on the chart to see if there is going to actually be, and it seemed like there was going to be at some point. Yeah, if there's actually going to be a breakout, or if it's just people fucking around or whatever the case is.
Crazy part about this shit is I don't even know nothing about this shit. I'm just looking at I'm literally looking at like I didn't know nothing about nothing. I look at these charts and now I'm like, man, you can just see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, man, this is like part of the Wales only, connection, the Wales only education, dude. I feel like I was retarded before I started fucking.
Sometimes you gotta just put your eyes on it and you'll figure it out. Because the brain is designed to receive this information. It's not designed to, and that's the thing that I don't. That's why. That's one of the things that makes me most perplexed by people is like they don't even really try in a lot of cases, and all they gotta do is try for 2 seconds, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, and that's it.
Yeah, that's that plasticity of your brain, right? If your brain's working, then it's got plasticity, and that means you can get new neurons, to fire in new interesting places.
Yeah. I mean, you can't lose when you exercise in your mind, and that's the thing I've learned with time.
All of it.
Like, man, you see the way I got this shit laid out on my end. Like, you're gonna be like, yo, you gotta like, bro, I literally got a line for every fucking top. Everything that looked like a top and a bottom.
That's funny.
From all the way from 30, all the way from 13, 17, all the way up to when they thought this shit was gonna break to 100K. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I got tops and bottoms on. All right, cool. We're gonna flow in between this area. Okay, we're gonna flow in between this area. All right, like they make it seem, and then they charge motherfuckers for this shit.
Yeah,
I like how the meme kind of shifted this year too. Like, you guys see the one where the grandma's on the walker and she says, "Bitcoin 100K," and the daughter says, "That's right, Grandma. Let's get you to bed now."
Oh shit!
That's pretty much right.
And then you got guys like Max Kaiser out here, like 250,000 EOY. Bitcoin.
Hopefully, Richard and what's that fool's name?
Which
Epstein,
one?
Epstein, or who's the dude that just went on with Peter, his dumbass?
McCormick, you talking?
Yeah, that's like floating around Twitter, like Eric
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Oh, he's another intellectual dark web with Jordan Peterson. He is. They consider him to be in.
I want to see him and Richard talk. Like,
didn't they just go back and forth on Twitter, Dolo?
He was just Weinstein was like, I just don't know enough about Rich. It's like, nigga, then find out.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Find
yeah,
out,
you're
fool.
supposed to be a high intellectual motherfucker.
Like,
It should
talk
take you
to
about
him.
probably like a weekend. Like, do it.
He's in your freaking comments. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's right there. Like,
God
don't be a
damn.
clown, bro.
Most people just enjoy being that, though.
Yeah, bullshit. You know.
You can find out like who people work for real quick.
Oh yeah,
True colors, because they know the hand that feeds them. You know.
Yep. Exactly. Well, guys, we're going through now. Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
It's been a good one, though.
This was cathartic as all get out earlier, man.
Yep.
Oh my God. And then finishing up scientific.
Yep. A lot of good directions. We broke everything down. Hex user, Hex.com user unaffected as always. You know.
Don't show nobody your seed phrases. Your private keys.
Precisely. Don't click on shady links.
We did a nice little security briefing, all that. We did a little bit of everything today.
Are we gonna get to, you know, people have been telling me they actually get ruck when they hear the Markable Done Told You track. Like people have been saying they kick over like their coffee table in their house and knock a drink off a thing as soon as that track comes on. People are bouncing, dude. Yeah, do that.
Crazy right here now.
Yeah, well, it's time to get crazy now.
Now who's got the
The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. That's it. That's the secret. The Godwell told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. Shit, motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
I
appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Yash deep, everybody.